I guess Anisa had her first stream back in a while, first stream in a while. To discuss just how her life's going. For some reason, she made the educated and informed decision to give extensive details about her therapy sessions, about which YouTubers were annoying her the most, and what you could say on YouTube to annoy her. She gave some interactions with A-logs. She gave more details of iDubbbz having IBS, because she seems to hate him. And we're just going to watch. We're going to watch the latest Yoko stream. See the mind of a demon. Actually, shall we do... Yeah, we will do this. And then afterwards, we might look at... I didn't realize, you know, iDubbbz uploaded a video like a week ago with Max Mofo and Anything for Views in it. And I watched a little bit of it earlier because I heard on this stream when Chud was watching it that Anisa said that iDubbbz was uploading again. I was like, oh, okay, let me go look to see what iDubbbz uploaded. And he did a video with them. And I checked out a couple seconds of it, but not a couple seconds, but like a minute or so. And it's like, there's just something so off about it, man. Yeah, it's super awkward. Yeah. Like the chemistry just is not there. It's super weird. So we might look at that afterwards so we can see how she's ruined his entire life and torn him away from his friends. But let's look at her VOD first.
I always know when they don't respond to you that, like, you're in for it, right? I said to him, I'm like, oh, thank God. American Traditional is huge, but it is hugely not approachable. I would say Neo-Traditional is very approachable and is, I would argue, bigger than American Traditional. When I say American Traditional, I mean, like, they're pulling Flash from, like, Higgs and Ed Hardy off the wall type of, like, and drawing it, you know, to be as identical as possible. Like, hardcore American Traditional. There's American Traditional, and then there's, like, Neo-Trad.
Wait, she has a... No, come on. Really? Why would you get a spade tattoo? This is just like a symbol that just needs to not be used ever in tattoos. Ever again. I'm sure it's not about being blacked. I'm sure she's not saying she got blacked. I'm sure she's not. It's not a Queen of Spades tattoo. That's not what it is. But you just can't use the spade symbol. You can't anymore. It has to be given up. It has to be removed from possible tattoos.
Simpiaton super chatted $5. I found out the other day that La Creatura is a novel about a dog fucking girl. Dog pilled.
Thank you for the $5, Simpleton. We've just got, yeah, no more spade tattoos. It's over. It's too known. It's too much of a meme now. Everyone knows it. Everyone's going to immediately think you're getting blacked. That is the immediate thought everyone jumps to if you get a tattoo like that now. It's fucked.
I don't really even know what you would call Austin Maples. Maybe it is Neo-Trad. What's this guy's name?
Neo-Trad? What are we talking
Judd
about?
Bowman. He's in Hawaii now. He's super approachable. I've noticed a lot of the approachable ones don't do a lot of color.
Jay Groifer? Let's skip in.
Yeah, blown out, and she was rude. I went to a dude
out
to do my thigh, and he was so sweet. It's an absolute beauty. The sad thing is, internalized misogyny.
Blown out.
Really,
hello.
There's a tattoo recession happening. I think there's just a recession in general happening.
Insightful.
Like, wants to spend money, but on top of that, like, the people that I've seen talk about there being a tattoo recession are just bad artists. Like, I think that there's so much discovery now, and people can, like, look online and pick and choose, like, good artists that they just, I mean, it's just like survival of the fittest. Yeah, there's this whole discussion on whether or not there's, like, a tattoo recession. I just think that people are getting smart with their money, and, like, you can see things online, and some tattoo artists aren't using social media, and I mean, It's hard to get tattoos when living is so hard.
This sounds like the sort of thing that the Twitter artist freaks would eat you alive for saying. That's what this feels like right now. Probably a bad statement to be making when those are the only people that are going to like you, but...
And anyone with Amazon tools is broadcasting. Yeah, no, that's true. Things are going well for my friend who's a tattoo apprentice over here. Yeah, I think more so what it is it, because like I've seen some people who are talking about it, showing off the tattoos. They're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, the hand tattoos. So
Jesus Christ, shut up.
Okay, it's done in 14, 13, 12 seconds. No, I don't hate Hoob. Hoob. This is what got me in trouble the first time. Okay? It was you and your antics. Ad watchers derogatory. Okay, so this is what it feels like. Whoa, some dumb bitch. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Thank you for gifting 2 subs to Boreal.
I'm having a meltdown here. This is...
Thank you so much.
Is this what Warski would be as a female? Holy fuck.
It feels like... So, the decision to do OnlyFans, it came at a time when...
Okay, here we go.
All this stuff is so interesting to me. Sorry, that's a great question. I completely forgot about... Oh, Ian forgot about the bog. I think he's going to upload it once he's home, so it'll probably be late. Okay, so when me and Ian were, like, mid-relationship, people really cared about my clipping my stream because Ian wasn't really a sharer at all back then. And I think people wanted something. They wanted something, you know, more. And so my stream was...
Wait. This is like... No, you were putting it out. You were making conscious decisions to say things. You were making statements about the details of your relationship on your stream. And people were discussing... It's like this is approaching it with the mindset of, oh, I'm saying it on my stream, so no one's going to care. No, obviously people are going to care. Obviously. Why are you acting like this is a shock? This isn't like some special case for you. Because people are like so interested about iDubbbz. True, yeah, and the worst of it did come from her Discord. That was when she was complaining about him being like too involved with work or whatever, right? Saying that he didn't have enough time for her, that it was too cold and all this shit.
It's kind of where people could go if they wanted to like make assumptions or like try and draw drama up. So I would get clipped a lot. And you're live and you're sharing things and like not everything is curated and sometimes things come out wrong or whatever.
Well, why just stop talking about your relationship? It's just that easy. Why did you keep doing it? Why are you still sharing now? Why? So
I was getting clipped a lot and it was causing a lot of stress.
It's as if she's saying that she has like the normal amount of sharing. Like, oh yeah, she's just doing normal sharing. Yeah, everyone does this. No, you're like a huge oversharer. You're on stream ranting about Ian's IBS like every other week. You're a huge oversharer.
Stress in our like relationship. It was causing a lot of stress in my life. I was paranoid. I every time I streamed, I felt like I could say less and less because I was afraid of like things getting clipped out of context or just clipped in general and like put in a 500.
It's just very simple. Just not talk about your relationship on stream if you don't want people talking about it. Like it's just, I don't understand how crazy. It's so insane. I didn't think this was going to be this bad. I honestly was expecting this to be, because I saw bits on Chuds and I saw her just like saying Bo Blacks has never worked a normal job and he would cry if she confronted him in real life. And I was like, okay, well, that's based. And that's true. Bo Blacks would cry if she confronted him in real life. And he has never held a real job. That's totally true. That's just facts. But this is shameful. I cannot get behind the people who will farm out details of their relationship for stream content, for parasocial connection, and then bitch and cry about the fact people are speculating or drawing assumptions or discussing it or casting negative aspersions based on the things that have been relayed. But that's not... That's the game. You know what's going to happen. You're on the internet.
100,000 viewed video about how I hate pyrocynical or whatever the topic was that, you know, week. And it got to the point where I was like miserable streaming. I was spending a lot of time debating quitting. And Ian was like, well, maybe like there's something else you want to do. Like maybe there's like another avenue online where you can like make money and be happy and you know, still do this, but without streaming anymore. And I quit streaming basically, and I started doing OnlyFans. That was like, to us it seemed like such a
what is the thought process here? People are being too mean to me, and I feel like every time I share something, every time I let people into my life a bit, every time I'm vulnerable, people clip it and they use it against me, and it's causing problems for my relationship. I don't like the way they're talking about my relationship because of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit streaming and start posting pictures of my tits on the internet. What's the I'm not seeing. What were the traits of this job that you thought would be better than your previous situation? That's what I would love to hear right now. That's what I'm looking for.
Great idea. It was just starting to get traction. I would have been one of the first to like get in the door, and neither of us were insecure about like me doing it. I would argue I was more insecure about doing it because I have like body image issues and stuff, but we thought it would be great for like my self-esteem and proving to myself like I can do something like this. And and we thought like there would be certain people that would be upset about it, but like the reaction that we got was so like explosive. It really knocked us off of our like, it just, everything went for a loop. And
I just don't know how they were surprised by the reaction. I don't know how they could possibly have been surprised by that. But did iDubbbz not realize the following and the rep that he had? But iDubbbz had sort of like he had that scalping rep, you know? He had that Metica rep. He was on that beat. Obviously, everyone's going to go for him when some shit like this happens. And it turns out, you know, his wife's fucking selling pictures of her tits on OnlyFans. Obvious, like no shit. Yeah. Like, imagine if, like, you know, you can even. Imagine if anyone else with that rep had that happen. It's obvious, isn't it? I just don't. How are they surprised? Like Turkey Tom. Imagine if Turkey Tom got a girlfriend and he started doing OnlyFans. Obviously, Turkey Tom's had his own shit come out. Imagine if Turkey Tom, right now, he got a girlfriend. People found out he got a girlfriend, and then he started doing OnlyFans. How crazy would that go? How insane would people... How many people would be going absolutely fucking nuts after Turkey Tom for that? Obviously. Obviously.
It was really bad because my dad had just, you know, started to really...
Or if he got a girlfriend and she was like a fucking furry or some shit, I don't know. Like, does he mad shit talk in his videos?
In... my dad started to really decline in mental ability because of his Alzheimer's, and it just felt like the internet was waiting for Ian to trip. Does that make sense?
Or if a gay twink fucked his girlfriend. What do you mean by that?
They were waiting for Ian to trip so like they could get on top and just start like ripping. That's when it all started, because it was something. right? Something that would have, I really believe, would have been small for most people, but because Ian had...
Well, like Sam Hyde. What if Sam Hyde got a girlfriend and she was black or Jewish? Yeah. Sam Hyde gets a black or Jewish girlfriend, or Fuentes gets a black or Jewish girlfriend or boyfriend.
Such little information about his actual self on the internet. This was something. Because, like, I don't think people understand, like, Ian's name, birthday, like, siblings, all of that is, like, completely false on the internet. He had never shared anything about himself, ever. And I think people were waiting for something. And once that happened, it kind of...
Wait, his name's false? He's not actually called Ian?
It became... We just became really aware of, like...
God?
What Ian had, and when I say Ian, I mean we essentially had created, which was like, it was a very hungry pack of dogs. It's basically like Ramsay Bolton from like Game of Thrones, right? Like they don't give a shit like who they're consuming, who they're ripping apart. Like they just want something to rip apart. And even more delicious that it's like the person that was taking care of them for so long. Do you know what I mean? And that has been something that has been really hard emotionally, like mentally, to wrap our heads around. Because it feels like there's nothing, right? Like now it's just anytime there's any attempt to like get up, you know, it's like fish to, or shark to blood or whatever, where like they just come back. Like podcasts, they're there, you know. This stream, I'm sure will get clipped and whatever. It's very dedicated. Like there's hate videos get more views than like, you know, Ian's videos at this point, which is, you know, it's interesting. Crazy to me that people can see Ian get a beautiful girl who's confident enough to do OnlyFans and immediately call him a beta. It's so mind-boggling to me. It's weird. We weren't prepared for that at all.
Dude, this is so funny.
The hate is crazy. How do none of these people have anything better to do? Some of them are very dedicated, like crazy dedicated. Some of them like subscribe to the Patreon and everything and are clipping that, which I mean, hey.
I mean, no shit.
We try to keep...
This is how the internet works. This is how it's always worked. It's not special for them. I don't know why. Why is she acting like she's a fucking victim? It's like, so this is just how the internet always is. Yeah. You get big, there's going to be A-logs who are preying on your downfall. You have to handle that properly. Getting on stream and ranting about your therapy sessions and all the horrible things that you've gone through as a relationship as a result of the hate you've gotten online is not how you handle it. It just feeds it. It's feeding me right now.
Like the more salacious stuff behind Patreon, so like less people are just seeing it because we don't want to put people on blast. We just want to share with the people who care. But they're finding it and then publicizing it, which
obviously it's still public.
Hey, if that's how you want to spend your $5, sure. Damn, so you feel like every time you go to work, there's a mob of people who just show up. Yes. And I think it's frustrating because I think the only way out of it and to build like a community that feels good to like talk to is to do it, you know, to get up and do it regardless of the mob and to not think about like that aspect. But that is very hard like to do. It's very hard to like keep it going. It's an endurance thing, really. And you know, like I don't want like people like, hey, at the end of the day, like if none of this works out, like we'll go do trades, honestly. Like we'll probably move back to Edmonton and go do like trades jobs. Which like that's fine, you know.
Oh. I can't imagine getting on stream and just being like, oh yeah, like you're not just getting on stream. It's not just like I'm getting on stream either. I can't imagine doing it right now. But imagine hitting iDubbbz level, hitting Anisa's level, getting to the very top, and then you're on stream being like, yeah. So we're thinking about maybe moving back home, and Ian's gonna become a plumber. Ian's gonna become a bricklayer, and I'm gonna become a plumber. That's so fucked, man. That's so fucked up. They must be broke. I said this I went on JStalks for a bit last night. She's streaming with a Blue Yeti. I mean, this is the starter mic. This is the old ass, what people would say, hey, if you're just getting into YouTube, buy this, and then everyone realizes it's kind of like it's okay USB mic. No, I don't think they're bluffing. I don't think they're bluffing, because why is she using this shitty mic? They said on H3 they haven't made any money for 2 years. Yeah, I believe them. I believe them. I guarantee they're making nothing. They've... I wish we could move on to a different topic. I don't like it when we cover women and say horrible things about them. You're probably... I gotta be honest. Maybe the wrong stream. You may be in the wrong stream. Gotta be real. Imagine selling your beat body for money and still being broke. Yeah, I absolutely believe they are broke. I believe it. Because there's no reason for her to be using a Blue Yeti. There's no reason for it unless they're broke. Right? Surely she would have... They could just buy a better microphone. Why would they even have this? This would have gone years ago. This would have been gone in her first year of streaming. She's absolutely broke. They are broke.
No, but I would be remiss if we didn't try. I would love it if Maximum Damage got a good base that, but not, it's a privilege, it's not a right. So thank you, Megan. Genuinely, people just don't have any lives. I think people are just having a hard time. I think the world right now is difficult. And I think there's a lot of angry people that feel like they don't have a lot of control, and they do look for outlets. And I think for some people, truly hating us is the outlet. It is. It is my
outlet. It's one of many.
I get it.
But okay, to be honest, that's like a fine statement. To be honest, that's fine. It's fine for her to say that. It is. It is entertainment. It's an outlet to hate watch, to talk shit about someone online. So it's totally fine for her to say, yeah, obviously people are hating us because they want an outlet. That's fine. That's fine. Because it's not yeah, they fucked up a charity event. But other than, being kind of self-entitled and a bit narcissistic and wanting their gala. That's the biggest issue you can take with it. The Froggy Fresh stuff, they fucked it up, but then it very quickly became a battleground with the people who hated them worst. So I don't expect them to totally, kneel for Sam Hyde, basically. That's not going to happen. So they are just it's not like they're doing these crazy bad things. Hating them is, it's lolcow content. It's entertainment. It's because they're embarrassing themselves. It's not because they're terrible people doing terrible things. It's because they're lolcows embarrassing themselves and having a public downfall. So it's fine to acknowledge that that's an outlet, but it's the constant victim attitude of, oh, people are always clipping my stream. Oh, I couldn't share anything on my stream anymore. Like, yeah, no shit. You should have figured this out very, very quickly after being online for like a couple months.
It's called brain damage. Been following even slightly before you and Ian were openly dating. And you always came off cool. Sucked to see you both get so much shit for essentially no reason. I think the most shocking thing to me was when we became public, like not even really public. I think we just had our names in each other's like Instagram bios, like instant hate forums, instantly, like within the day. And I was not ready for that. I think like I was talking to my therapist about this. Like I was heavily isolated at that time.
What is like this? There's no reason to ever be on stream uttering the words. So I was talking to my therapist. No. Stop that. End that sentence. Run it back. Cut that out.
And apparently, like, when you're isolated, like, and you feel like you're being isolated, like, it causes the brain to do weird things. You go into survival mode. And I was isolated in like every single like definition of that word. Like I was away from my family in a country I didn't know. The internet was like saying that I sucked and was not a good pick for Ian. I used to get, I'm not kidding you, I used to get emails to my business email.
It's like no one would, I don't even think anyone would care if iDubbbz was like still funny. There would be people who are like, yeah, okay, sure, he's a cuck and he's a lefty now, but he's still funny, so I don't really care. But he's not. She would still get A-logged. If she spoke about their relationship, they would still get A-logged. But he would still have, there wouldn't be such a massive, like, overwhelming hatred of them if he was still funny.
About like essays about how I was not a good fit for Ian and there were better fits, and they had like girls that either Ian followed, they would like attach their like
this
Instagram
is just based
to it, or like,
yeah, exactly. Red Bar shits his pants and groomed his wife, and I don't care. I don't care because he's funny. I don't care.
It was very fucking weird. So I was isolated in that way. I was away from my family. I was
mentioning Alex Stein. Did you see that shit Ethan Ralph posted on Twitter yesterday? That old Alex Stein video where he's like at his mum's deathbed. Did you see that shit? Oh man. He did like a video where his mum's like dying in hospital during like a lockdown or some shit. And he's like going, oh, ah, like crying and screaming. I don't know if I can show it. It's like a woman on a deathbed, isn't it? It's like crazy. Did you see Lauren De Laguna is going on Ralph and she's going to talk about Stein? Oh my god. What would you call that and post it? Because it was for Pandemic Clout. It's on Ethan Ralph's Twitter. Ethan Ralph. It was for Pandemic Clout because he was like crying that they gave her Remdesivir or some shit. He's like saying to it. There's like a video at the end of him like screaming at the fucking nurses and shit. But yeah, it's a very bizarre video. It's very difficult to watch.
I was mentally and emotionally having a really hard time at that time, and I tried to push through online, and it was not working at all. And it sucks because there's a piece of me that's like, oh, I wish I just pushed, because I think I would still have like an okay audience, and I think I could have like made it out, but I did not. It was so bad, you guys. Like I was like, I don't know, regularly going into the fucking gym and just lying on the floor crying. Like it was so bad.
What? What?
And like a lot of my regular viewers know that. Like it was really bad. But hey, you know, it was hard. And it's the ironic thing is that it's less hard now. Like, which is strange because the hate is a lot more prolific and it's a lot more like public. But I think maybe because one, it's been going on for so long, but two, like I'm emotionally and mentally better that I can like deal with it.
Cool.
It's weird. I feel like after
cool.
the OnlyFans stuff, it was like that was it. That was like there was no like returning. There was no going back. It sounds like you're struggling. I'm rooting for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm struggling a lot less now. I would say I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. It seems like a step above like parasocial or like even stalking. It reads like there was a group that wanted to disrupt both of your workplaces. Yeah, yes. Yeah, and that is like
whoa, it's like Gamergate. Oh, it's like Gamergate, guys. Holy fuck. It was like a hate group. They were targeting her for being a woman online. Oh shit.
Girl. I actually felt kind of bad for her. She ran like the hate. There was like hate Instagrams and Twitters that were like making fun of my face shape and shit. And just me in general, I guess. And like clockwork every morning and every night.
Can we just say how fucking crazy based it is to write out an entire email analyzing some woman's relationship with a content creator you like, and then providing a bunch of well-reasoned alternatives for him to date, and not giving it to the male content creator, but giving it to the girl he's dating, and explaining to her, listen, you're a really bad fit for this guy. You're gonna ruin this guy.
We get spam hate stuff to me for years. This wasn't like, it was for years. It was like maybe 2 or 3 years. And I had a friend that was like pretty like tech savvy, and I didn't ask them to do this. They did this on their own. I kind of wish they didn't, because it really depressed me, but they figured out who owned those accounts through
Simpiaton super chatted $5. Mansplaining. Gamergate. Reactionary. The audacity to speak.
Thank you for the $5, Simpleton. Thank you. Lauren's on Ralph right now. Okay, we might check that out later.
Through like reverse, I don't know, snooping. And it turned out to be like a 16-year-old girl that like was an honors student at her like school in like the middle of America, and her like Facebook had like Ian playing in the sand from like a
based teenage femcel A-log. Let's go.
Blog or something. And she had spent 3 years under different accounts. She'd make a bunch of sock accounts, she'd make a bunch of different hate
based
accounts.
Hello.
And it was sad, because it's like, I don't know, man. So I had quite a it was a group. It was a dedicated group that seemed a lot louder than it was, and I kind of miss it. Like, it was very uncomfortable and very like weird, but I kind of miss it. It's
woman autism, absolutely woman autism, just terrorizing the demon girlfriend of the man you admire most online. That is amazing female autism.
Now, like, it's not like a group that's like sectioned to like Pretty Little Liars or like, you know, lolcow or whatever those things. Now it's like you can go on YouTube, and if you search like my name or Ian's name, it's like a bunch of like, you know, hate like it sounds really weird, but I didn't understand how good I had it like back then until like now, you know.
What? How long have you been on the internet for? Have you not seen this progression before? You haven't seen this happen? You haven't seen something happen where it starts being discussed on Kiwi Farms or lolcow, and then slowly more people start taking interest, things get spread around, actually you start making more missteps, you engage with it, you make statements about it, it builds and builds and builds, all of a sudden there's YouTube videos, and then you keep making missteps, and there's big YouTube videos, and then there's YouTube retrospectives explaining your downfall. Like, oh, come on. How long have you been around for? Literally, is this not just content copying? Hello? You're married to iDubbbz.
But now, like, you become so numb to it that it really is kind of like, I mean, a lot of it's really crazy. Like, there's a lot of crazy speculation that, like, is just so... One of them, I remember someone... How To Basic asked Ian, like, is Jake Paul really trying to steal Creator Clash? And Ian was like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, what? What is that? And apparently there was a video that someone made where they were saying that, like, Jake Paul was trying to steal Creator Clash from us, or was buying it from us, or, like, some weird, like, there's some really strange shit out there.
Okay.
That one was funny, though.
Okay.
Too basic. Is he really trying to steal Creator Clash? Huh? I think maybe that speculation
That's a big Bungie video.
Comes from our head of boxing operations. We found him and brought him on. He's our business partner. He co-owns Creator Clash with us. Jake Paul's handler, I don't know what to call him, manager, I guess, Nikisa, what really liked what we did and really liked Mike and wanted to bring him on for Jake Paul's boxing career to be a boxing consultant. So now he works for both of us. I don't know. I think that's where it comes from.
I thought you said you'd stop the zoo stuff. That's not very nice, is it? That's not very nice at all. Do you really think she looks like an animal? Would you really say that? That's a bit far, isn't it?
But, any advice on dealing with the anxiety? Go to open, to like open gym. Because then you can just walk in and like hit the bag and kind of like, people will approach you. The boxing community is very like open. They want people to come in. It's very sweet for the most part. I'm not going to speak for every gym, but it's weird to me that commentary YouTube people that just wants to tear down other people. It's upsetting. I mean, I don't want to be like this person, but their videos that do well often have Ian in the thumbnail. So, I mean, I guess there's incentive for it. When people, I think, get sick of it, it will like kind of die down. But until people get sick of it, which who knows when that will be. Maybe never, but it...
But does she think that, okay, people, to get sick of it, you have to sort of like lay low, you have to calm it down, you have to stop making retarded public missteps. So why are you on stream talking about your therapy session right now?
It is interesting. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mooey. I really, I don't know, it's sick. I love getting compliments on that.
So that was a great time to remind you guys, actually. I don't know if I've showed it all stream. Please remember to like, subscribe, donate, buy a membership, gift a membership, buy a super chat if you can. Thank you very much.
This is my favorite arm. They're starting to kind of age a bit, which is really exciting to me. Yeah, boxing communities is generally very supportive. I've been trying to get into weight training and general health improvement, and y'all are like my role models. Oh my god. The tattoos and overall aesthetic. Oh, I love hearing that. Man, the gym, muscle mass, it's important. It's good for everything. It's good for aging. It's good for keeping your bone density up.
It's literally trolls feedback. How did we do, Anisa? Well, you said this and that really bothered me. Not just that, but you said this, and then my friends believed it, and they came to me and they started asking me questions about it. Literally giving them everything they want. You've infiltrated my life in every way, and here's how much it upset me. Okay, thanks, Anisa.
It's yeah. If there's one thing you should do for yourself, even if it's just body weight exercises, like doing some form of like weightlifting is good for women and men. Would Ian do OnlyFans? We've talked about it before. He kind of has. I don't know how much information I can give. Like
dude,
like hand cameos. I don't want to get in trouble. But I don't know. Maybe I've really slowed down on that. Just
why put this out there? Now everyone's gonna be analyzing your OnlyFans shit to try and find Ian's hand. Come on, dude.
mostly because like we're moving around a lot and there's a lot of things going on. But and then I got my explant removed, like my implants removed, and that was like a whole thing. Yeah, we've talked about it on the pod. I have met Boy. Yeah. Yeah. It's so interesting how lurkers, like, if you talk about certain things, like the hate lurkers, they can't help it. They have to, like, come out. It's like pouring salt on pork. Young Dumb Suck says, tell him to show hole! You can tell who that is.
Kuihman hand cameo on Pond Scum when, bro. I think that might actually be more degrading than being, like, a off-screen cameo in your own girlfriend's OnlyFans.
That's, like, a hate watcher that's, like, here to, like, farm. They're, like... And they can't help it. They have to, like, say their stupid, like, one-line things. It's, like, it just draws them up.
We'll pay you the same, though.
They're foaming at the mouth. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I know. It takes a lot of energy. I think it's just... Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on in there. I learned that about... I think that's just the way it is. When you feel like you don't have a lot of control in your life, which, to be honest, like, how many of us feel like we have control in our lives right now? We're in a very, like, chaotic time. You do things to try and get control. And for some people, that's...
Wait, what the fuck? This AI summary is so fucked. YouTube got to fix this feature, man. People are talking about a band that Kuihman, a rat streamer, is in. The band's music is about animals, and all proceeds go to the ASPCA. Yeah.
Looking for confirmation bias in a person that they've chosen to hate online. They, like, remove the humanity from the person, and they, like, look at the online projection, and then they, like, take what they want from it to, like, confirm. Like, it is really interesting. Some people really, like, when they comment on stuff in, like, on my socials and stuff, like, they truly hate me. They truly hate me, or they truly hate Ian. And to get to that point, like, I would argue that, like, the hate is so visceral, it's, like, past any in real life person that they know. And I think that's just because they keep confirming their bias, right? They'll take what they want out of... I mean, even one of my... We were talking about on the podcast... I've talked about it on the blog, but I'll talk about it here. We were getting... we had a frivolous lawsuit thrown at us. And it was looming over us for, like, a year and a half. After we, like, lost money on the second Creator Clash, there was this fucking asshole... This asshole who... So back when we were trying...
is this about Bobby?
...to make Creator Clash, and it was just, like, a concept, right? It wasn't a thing at all. We knew that we had to get, like, a promoter or someone who knew boxing to help us. And we had some meetings with some people.
This is about
and one of the meetings that we had, this person tacked themselves on without us knowing. They're like a merch fulfillment asshole. Not online. Not, like, nobody would know who this person is. Dick, though. He comes in. We have a meeting. Does, like, a 15-minute presentation on his business that no one asked for at all, right? Gave his number to Ian at the end of the meeting. We didn't text him ever. But there was someone at the meeting that we did like, and we texted them, and we got to know them, and we ended up working with them. Only had one meeting with this person. Didn't even know they were showing up. Didn't want them to show up. Don't care, to be honest. Don't care. First Creator Clash happens. Great. Everything's great. We don't hear anything. Second Creator Clash happens. We get an email from a lawyer that is accusing us of wrongfully pushing this person out of the business. Okay? That's the email we got. That this person had a right to part ownership of the business.
Okay.
And so it became a shakedown because he knew that he didn't have a part of the business. He knew it. But the threat of going to court would cost us so much fucking money, and he knew it. Even if he lost, because he doesn't have any money. That fucker doesn't have any money anymore. Okay, because he's made bad business decisions. We found out after the fact.
So, I mean, okay, you're not one to talk shit on that, though, really, are you? After just fucking up a massive charity event because you wanted your gay little gala, your little high school prom, V2.
I was hoping that, you know, we were basically playing chicken of like, fine, fucking like, so we were going back and forth for like months of like, fine, take us to fucking court. Because if we would have went to court, he would have lost.
But if she wants to just explain, I don't even have a problem with her talking about this. It's fine. This makes sense for her to explain. Because it's like, this is the story of that takeover thing. She's mentioned this. She's giving more details here. It's fine to bitch about this a bit on this story. No, I think this did happen because she spoke about this at length. Well, not at length, but she spoke about it several times about this lawyer with this guy who was trying to take part of the business on bullshit reasons. Fine to mention that. Fine to talk about that story. But just like you made bad business decisions. Dude, look at yourself. So they know they would have won in court and this guy had nothing, but it was incredibly stressful. I mean, to be fair, look, it could be stressful. Getting a lawsuit is probably stressful. Having a lawsuit threatened is probably stressful.
But we would have been out money. So basically what he was hoping for was that we were going to pay him to go away. So it was a shakedown. It was a frivolous lawsuit. When we were telling them, we lost money. Like, one, because he wanted, the things that he was asking for, he ended up asking for like $250,000, which I was like, I'll give you $1. I'll give you one. He was asking for $250,000, and he was arguing that it's for lost salary and lost earnings from the event. We explained to him, we don't take a salary, buddy. So even if you had part ownership, there would be, your salary that you take is zero. Okay? And then we said also, like, we don't have any money. You're sniffing up the wrong tree. Like, we lost money on this event. His lawyer, not our lawyer, there's like this commentary, he's so annoying. This commentary YouTuber, like, I don't know if he can't, like, listen
okay,
or like, what's wrong with his brain.
There is some. No. Let her cook. Okay, guys, listen. I know we hate Anisa. Let her cook. Let her cook. He can't listen. There is something wrong with his brain. Let her cook.
In the Patreon podcast, this person's lawyer, the shakedown lawyer, used a commentary video, okay, that insinuated, I have to be very careful with my words here because this person will say technically they didn't say that, insinuated that we pocketed money, insinuated that we didn't actually lose money, okay, insinuated that it only costs $100,000 to run an event like this, which is not true, okay? This is in the millions. This event costs in the millions to run. I'm not kidding.
She's having the she's having the correct response to thinking about Bo Blacks for 3 seconds, holding her face, feeling immense frustration. That's so real. So real. If you're not I don't trust people who aren't seething over Bo Blacks, okay? If it doesn't just fucking annoy you, there's something wrong with you. So what did Bo Blacks actually... Did he insinuate these things? Because I don't think she's even saying it's his fault. She's just saying it was used in that lawsuit.
Fucked up, okay? And that all is our responsibility. We took that on because we wanted to do something fun and cool and good for charity and whatever. It is a very expensive event to run. There's a lot that goes on, okay? It's a huge thing. It's a 20,000 seat arena.
Like, does anyone actually think that I haven't seen the coverage at all. I'll say this straight up. But I immediately... Bo Blacks did. I think that was around the time he put his thoughts at the end of his videos. Didn't Bo Blacks lose, like, a bunch of viewers because he kept doing that? Because he kept saying what he thought about things and no one wanted his opinion? So does anyone... Okay, listen, I get we hate Anisa. Does anyone actually think his coverage and his opinions on this weren't probably completely fucking retarded? He's like an idiot. He's like an actual idiot. Like, is anyone going to disagree with our assessment of his claims? If we went back and looked, are we not going to think Yeah, there's like no, Boblax is drawing a bunch of conclusions or suggesting a bunch of things that he has no evidence for, and this is really retarded analysis. I guarantee, like, we can go back and look. Do we know the video she's referring to? But I would absolutely, without a second thought, I would assume, in bad faith, I would assume Boblax had nothing interesting to say and was making a bunch of statements that he had no evidence for. Because he's a fucking moron. He is. He's always been a fucking moron. Doesn't he just recount things people say on Twitter? Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's why people are subscribed to him. That's why people subscribe. That's why he lost loads of viewers. Because he's always just been the guy reading the tweets. Just summarize what's happening, explain what happened. That's all anyone wanted to see. And then he started putting his own thoughts into it, and everyone was like, wow, this fucking sucks. You're like a retard. And no one wants to hear what you think. So they stopped watching. So he stopped doing it.
So before I get into explaining the research I did to come to the conclusion that I posted in the title, I first and foremost want to say that despite the
Creator Clash is deceptive marketing. Fighters got paid, charities didn't.
Fighters getting potentially paid quite a bit to do this charity boxing event, a lot of money will end up going to charity through this event, in addition to the fighters getting paid a lot. And I don't personally have an issue with these content creators getting paid for the work they are putting in to put on a great show for everybody. My issue is more with the deceptive marketing coming from iDubbbz's channel as well as the Creator Clash socials on how much money is being given to charity versus the creators who iDubbbz and Creator Clash are paying to fight for them. Because I guarantee majority of people who are watching this video either assume that all of the money is going to charity or that the creators are being paid a small amount and the vast majority of the proceeds are going to charity, which I really don't think is the case. And let me tell you why. So as many of you guys know by now, the YouTuber iDubbbz is hosting an upcoming charity boxing event called Creator Clash where many YouTubers who normally don't box are getting paid to box by Creator Clash with any of the excess proceeds made from the event going straight to charities. Now 2 weeks ago, one of the creators who was set to fight against Chris Raygun in Creator Clash, Froggy Fresh, ended up getting kicked from the event.
Okay, yeah, this is just so gay and pathetic, isn't it? Okay. I'll let it play, we'll go through it, but this just seems like Froggy Fresh got kicked, he wants to be cool with the fucking Keemstar Sam Hyde crowd. He's like, what holes can I find in this? What holes can I come up with?
Only been described as violating a legally binding code of conduct, which our best guess at the moment to what this violation is this comment he made about iDubbbz's wife Anisa's OnlyFans while trying to roast Chris Raygun on Twitter.
If I don't hurt you beyond what anybody could have imagined, I will be so disappointed in myself that I will subscribe to Anisa's OnlyFans.
Obviously, Froggy Fresh was not happy with the sudden removal of him from the event, but people involved in Creator Clash such as Harley Plays from Epic Mealtime, the announcer for the event Akinola, and most recently another fighter called Alana, have spoken out in defense of Ian and Anisa's decision to kick Froggy Fresh from the event. And in Alana's case specifically, she went onto her YouTube channel to contest the accusation that Froggy Fresh made on Twitter, claiming that Creator Clash is threatening to sue Froggy Fresh for the $15,000 they gave to him for training purposes.
Tyler, Froggy Fresh, was given $15,000 for training purposes. And what they did was send a letter saying, hey, can we have the $15,000 back? The reason they did that was because now that he's no longer fighting because he breached contract, he had to be replaced. That money that was given to him is just taken out of charity at this point. But the $15,000 thing, again, it's not them suing him for $15,000. That's them asking him if they can have the money that they loaned him back for the fight, because that money is being taken out of the charity directly, because that's how it works, right? They have to give money to the other fighter for training purposes, and if that's just $15,000 that they no longer have access to for somebody who's no longer participating in the fight, that is $15,000 wasted that otherwise would be going to one of these charities. So
obviously the accusation
so he's just bitching that it was $15,000, is that it?
that Froggy Fresh is trying to take $15K away from charity is a pretty severe one. So Froggy Fresh went onto his Twitter to make a response to Alana's claim.
Elena Pierce is misinforming the public saying I'm taking money off the table for charity, okay? The money I used to train was an advance on my purse. It had nothing to do with the charity organizations. All the fighters were receiving a purse to fight. That money was an advance on that purse. It was coming out of my purse. That's it. So I would have a smaller purse on fight night. That's it. Now what I'm willing to do to show you how dedicated I am to charity, I'm willing to donate the rest of my purse to charity, as well as my portion of profits from ticket sales and pay-per-view sales that all the fighters are splitting. I'll donate both of those to charity. That means doing it for absolutely nothing. Nothing. I'll donate the rest of my purse and the profits that my portion of profits fighters are splitting from pay-per-view and ticket sales. Will any other fighter do that? Because I'll do that. And Jiggy wants to put up 100K. Take money for charity.
So after Froggy made that video, obviously Keemstar tweeted about it, and an adamant defender of iDubbbz and Anisa, as well as the announcer for Creator Clash, Akinola, responded to Keemstar, confirming what Froggy Fresh claimed by sharing the detail that all net profits are going to charity, meaning that only once the revenue from Creator Clash passes the threshold to break even for whatever they paid the creators to fight, as well as any other operational costs, only then any extra money will go to the charities, which is a far different outcome than what was promoted by both iDubbbz and...
What?
And an adamant defender of iDubbbz and...
Is that really? Is that how charities work usually? The expenses of the event are paid, and then The rest goes to... Charities have to run themselves, right? They have to have... They're just non-profit. Right? Why is he... Okay.
Anisa, as well as the announcer for Creator Clash, Akinola, responded to Keemstar, confirming what Froggy Fresh claimed by sharing the detail that all net profits are going to charity, meaning that only once the revenue from Creator Clash passes the threshold to break even for whatever they paid the creators to fight, as well as any other operational costs, only then any extra money will go to the charities, which is a far different outcome.
The problem is that no money wants charity. You're a retard. You're a total retard. This video is before that, first of all, so Bolex had no reason. There's no evidence there. And second of all, that doesn't mean that what? So because no money is going to charity, they now have to... Like, what are you saying? What are you even saying? They have to pay it out of their own pocket? No, the charity is an organization. That's retarded.
Than what was promoted by both iDubbbz and all the creators involved in the event. Not only are they getting paid an initial amount to fight for iDubbbz event, that is for them and not for charities, but they also get a percentage of the pay-per-view money, all the way up until that pay-per-view revenue is considered to be breaking even, which is cool. I think they should be paid for their work, but then they would be raising money for charity in addition to getting paid to fight, rather than what they are implying, which is that they are fighting only for charity.
This is so cool and exciting, and it's all for charity, of course. I'm such a big proponent of doing things for charity. It's a big thing that drives my entire online experience.
A fighter got fired for breaching his contract. Would I have fired him? Irrelevant. Would you have kept him? Irrelevant. Are they allowed to fire him? Yes, absolutely. So what happened? You're going to turn on charities? Yeah, I'm boxing for charity. It's a good cause.
It's scummy. How? It's not scummy. It's retarded to call it scummy. They fucked it up. The plan was not for no money to go to charity. The plan was not to fuck this up so bad that they'll never be able to do it again. That was not their fucking plan. How is it scummy? They fucked it up. They were self-interested and wanted to have their big gala. They probably could have kept the costs down. I mean, Ming, you're just claiming things you have no evidence for. You're saying it's scummy. Where's the scumminess? Provide the evidence.
It's going down no matter what. Oh, you're going to pirate a charity event? Then I'll see you in hell. It's not ego. It's not about that. It's about the charity that I'm fundraising for, so...
And all this raw entertainment had one purpose in mind.
It's one of the few things they've done that's not driven by money. I love that.
This is for a good cause.
We're here because of some great charities that we want to talk about. None of this was to put money in anyone's pocket. It was to put on an entertaining thing to raise money for charity.
The Creator Clash also donated a lot of their proceeds to charity. I'm not exactly sure how much.
Over $1 million for charity, so... Yes.
All the profits are being going to charity?
Yeah.
Yes. Is there like a payday in the future you guys are working towards?
No, not really.
And now we gotta do it to help other people?
yeah, you can't do your get the bag fight. Sorry, Bill.
Now, obviously, I expected the fighters to get paid some amount of money to do this, whether it be to cover the cost of training or to cover the cost of whatever revenue they'll lose by doing this instead of making money doing the regular content creation, because obviously training for a boxing event is a huge time commitment, which takes away from time to make content, which is how they normally make their money. So while I was pretty disappointed by the lack of transparency from iDubbbz, if it's just to cover the more practical costs of stuff, I don't really think it's that deceptive or that important to call out. But obviously the title references an amount of money that is a little more than the bare necessity. So
it's not my stream, like, for some reason this browser, I don't know what the fuck's been going on with it the last week or so. It's like videos are just like stuttering. I should probably try and fix it or get a different browser and says gay opera GX shit.
How did I come to this number? Well, an MMA/boxing writer, Donna Corby, last year tweeted out that the first Creator Clash sold at least 100k pay-per-view. This is an account that is followed by iDubbbz, and the tweet talking about the amount of pay-per-view sales was liked by iDubbbz opponent in the last Creator Clash, Dr. Mike. Not 100% solid confirmation that this number is accurate, but pretty damn close. Now, I actually went to the Creator Clash in person last year, and the tickets cost about $55 Canadian for me. Obviously, if you convert that to USD, that would be maybe closer to $40. Also, I'm pretty sure the tickets are more expensive than the pay-per-view, and there's early bird sales that cost a little less, so let's just round it to 30 USD. I think that's a pretty accurate amount for all of the potential variations. So by doing simple math, we can times 30 by 100,000 and come out with an amount of $3 million. Now, if you were paying attention earlier in the video, to when I showed the trailer for Creator Clash, iDubbbz showed a tweet where Creator Clash announced that they raised $1.3 million for charity. And with the total proceeds of Creator Clash 1 being at least $3 million, that means that the leftover amount that they paid for operational costs and the fighters is approximately $1.7 million. And again, this number is on the lower side, as we know over 100,000 pay-per-views were sold, we just don't know the exact amount, so this is the lowball minimum estimate. Now, obviously, that amount is also going to operational costs, not just the fighters, but I can't imagine those extra operational costs being that much, considering that Creator Clash 1 was held in Yulang Center, which had a capacity of 10k, and a venue like that would probably cost maybe 20k.
What is all this? Why are you doing napkin math to try and figure out the cost of the event, retard?
For the night, potentially more, even if we round it all the way.
What a stupid fucking video.
Costs, and then stack up another 100k for hiring commentators or the announcer or security.
Like, you're based on what? Just like just napkin math, just kind of guessing, just shooting. Like, what a stupid fucking video.
Other than the fighters, that still leaves 1.5 million to split amongst the 24 fighters, meaning that each fighter is personally making within the ballpark of $60,000 that is just for them and not going to charity at all, which sounds quite a bit different than the image iDubbbz showed in his latest Creator Clash 2 video, where he tries to brag that his event is better than other influencer boxing events because all of the profit goes to charity, when that's not the case. All of the profit goes to charity and to the fighters who get paid to be in your charity boxing event. I don't know how iDubbbz and the rest of the Creator Clash fighters can be like, hey, we're better than these other events, we're actually doing it for charity, we're doing it for a good cause, we don't care about getting the bag, getting a good payday, it's all just for the kids with cancer. Then at the same time, these creators get paid thousands of dollars to do this event. Again, I don't have an issue with them making money off of doing months of work to put on a great event for us all to watch. That also helps to go to a good cause, with some of the proceeds going to charity. You can't claim to be better than other events just because the organization you're working for donates some of their money to charity. That's like being a McDonald's employee and bragging that you're better than the Wendy's employee because all of McDonald's cookie sales go to charitable causes. Okay, some of the money that McDonald's makes goes to a good cause, but you're still being paid the same amount as that Wendy's employee.
So he's saying, stop acting like you're a good person for doing charity. Is that really it? I don't... That's not a good comparison at all, no.
Or even if we round it all the way up to 100k in operational costs, and then stack up another 100k for hiring the commentators or the announcer or security or anything else other than the fighters, that still leaves 1.5 million to split amongst the 24 fighters. Meaning that each fighter is personally making within the ballpark of $60,000. That is just...
Based on what? Based on what? Just based on your napkin math, you think they're making $60,000? What? Just because you're guesstimates, you're rough guesstimates. And now you're saying, you know, I think they're probably making about $60,000. This is so retarded.
Going to charity at all, which sounds quite a bit different than the image iDubbbz showed in his latest Creator Clash 2 video, where he tries to brag that his event is better than other influencer boxing events because all of the profit goes to charity, when that's not the case. All of the profit goes to charity and to the fighters who get paid to be in your charity boxing event. I don't know how iDubbbz and the rest of the Creator Clash fighters can be like, hey, we're better than these other events. We're actually doing it for charity. We're doing it for a good cause.
Well, okay, if that's true, provide me that. What, they got 60k? Explain that. Show me that. They got percent. Yeah, I'm sure they probably got some money. Yeah. I don't see the scummy part. No, you haven't shown the scummy part. Where's the scummy part? They fucked up the event. They failed it. Yeah. There's no scum. Like, where is the allegation? It's like people want a fraud allegation here. There's no need for that. 10k Sam Hyde. That you're so retarded. Okay,
Sim Hiatus super chatted $2. Performative charity is disgusting.
Okay, Ming's gone for the night. This is too retarded. Anyone suggesting they should have taken the money from Sam Hyde is fucking retarded. Obviously, they weren't going to take the money from Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde and Keemstar's intention was never for them to take the money. The intention was just a power play to make them look like fucking bitches, and then they could beat them over the head with it afterwards. Obviously. Yeah, it's funny to mock them for not taking the money, because they fucked up the event. But to suggest they're scummy for not taking the money, you're so retarded. Obviously they're not going to. The whole point was to make them look bad. That was why the money was being offered. Obviously. Who the fuck is Froggy Fresh? No one gives a fuck about Froggy Fresh. He made some good, funny videos that were on Tosh.0. Nobody cared about that. It was about it being iDubbbz and Anisa. The 4 galas and the renting out the entire hotel was weird. Nobody's saying they didn't engage in lavish spending. Thinking it was going to be a bigger event than it was. Thinking they were going to make more money than they were. Trying to make it as much of a showy event for everyone involved as possible. Yes, that happened. Nobody thinks that didn't happen. They were trying to get big creators involved. They were trying to make it worth their while. They were trying to make sure that big people would want to be involved next year. Even bigger people next year. That's what they wanted. Obviously.
Who is so addicted to attention that she's already made many public contradictory statements about fighter pay. Anisa claims that the fighters made a minimum of $20,000, which was amended to a higher amount after the fight. One of the fighters told me in DMs that they received a percentage cut of the ticket sales, which was capped at $95,000. So the fighters did not of the ticket sales.
Bunnigan promised Captain 95k depending on ticket sales. Unsure if others like Morris and Wasabi were offered more. Mentioned in Discord they were interested in Bryce Hall. He wanted too much money. I mean, this is just someone claiming it, but sure. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if this is true. I would not be surprised if it's true. But this is for the fighters, right? What iDubbbz and Anisa taking a cut? I mean, they weren't taking a salary. I know you can't see. I'll take this as true. I mean, it's Big Bungie. Big Bungie more cares about making funny videos. I don't think he would come up with some bullshit just to get a dunk in like this. So I'm willing to take it as someone did actually say this. But still, that's not for iDubbbz and Anisa, first of all. And even if iDubbbz and Anisa do take some amount at the end, they were making the point that they weren't taking a salary. They weren't taking a salary. So if the event didn't make money, they weren't taking money home in any way. That's how it seems. Like they seem to have just totally lost money from Create Clash 2 because it fucked up so bad. And there is no reason... There is no reason to believe that they intentionally made it go that badly. That they were just like, yeah, we're just going to grift a load of money. We just want it to go badly. So saying it's scummy is retarded. They didn't intentionally fuck it up. They weren't trying to just make quick money. They were doing it as a... I don't know if it's a non-profit or what. They were doing an event, a charity event, like many charity events, where big names get paid to show up. Like basically any charity event ever. They're more focused on clout than charity, and that's scummy. I don't buy that. No, I don't buy that. Because most of the people on that on the card for Create Clash 2 were like less clouted than them. It was a business venture, yeah. But I would say like the clout, no, I would say they're maybe more motivated by their own comfort, their own, enjoyment of the event, wanting to have these big galas with people. But I don't think they flew out Hassan. Did you not see the miskiff moment in that room? I didn't see that, no. But aren't they friends with Hassan anyway? Haven't they been friends with Hassan? Like, iDubbbz has been friends with Ethan since years ago. So I imagine they're all just in the same circle, right?
Thank you. I'm not a fan of this type of food. Yo, iDubbbz, what's up? Hey there. Hey.
Oh, man.
Hey, iDubbbz. Sorry I'm late. You are extremely late. We are presenting our dishes currently. You need to find a seat wherever. There's not a lot. You might have to sit on the floor.
Wait, iDubbbz, you can sit here. Am I negative FKP if I'm not in some sort of costume?
That was last week.
What is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with it? There's something so wrong with this guy. Yeah, exactly. Well, okay. They cared more about having a good time than making money for charities. It was stupid to act like it was assuming selfless. Stupid to act like it was selfless. It's not selfless, obviously. No one thinks it's selfless. They're saying it's going to a good cause and stuff like that. We're doing it for charity. Like, yeah, obviously. Yeah, that's what people say when they're running a charity event. Is that scummy? Call out every charity event ever then. Or like even selfish. Like, I mean, it's as selfish as any person is. I don't think it's especially selfish. I don't think when people get involved in charity, they're always like, most people when they get involved in charity, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just devote my whole life to this for no benefit whatsoever. I'm never gonna take any money from it, even when the opportunity arises. Ever. That's not how most people engage with charity. Maybe at the very top, when someone's already super rich. But no, obviously if the opportunity to make money from it arrives, they're going to do that too.
You might have to sit on the floor.
Wait, so you can sit in my negative FKP if I'm not in some sort of costume.
That was last week. You weren't here last week. Did you bring any food?
I didn't. It got confiscated.
So you have any extra gum?
What's that?
Do you have any extra gum?
I do.
How far did you travel from?
2,100 miles.
Okay, plus 5. So back to our presentation here.
Wait,
Extra gum.
What's that?
Do you have any extra gum?
I do.
How far did you travel from?
2,100 miles.
Okay, plus 5.
What am I supposed to take from this? Oh, there being a cringe clip of iDubbbz. I thought you were saying that. I thought this was going to prove that they paid for someone to fly out or some shit. I thought that was what it was about. He's such a freak, isn't he? So sad what's happened to this guy.
Do you have any extra gum?
I do.
Look at just the demeanor here. Not good at all.
How far did you travel from?
So nervous of me.
2,100 miles.
Okay, plus 5.
Jesus. Anisa sucked his soul out and all that's left is a Bugman husk. Yep, that's facts. So this is the stuff I agree with. She's Yoko. They're not funny. They fucked up on an event. They're lolcows. Why do we have to turn it into they're scammers and fraudsters and they were pocketing money and they're... Like, come on. What is he saying to me?
It's all just for the kids with cancer. Then at the same time, these creators get paid thousands of dollars to do this event. Again, I don't have an issue with them making money off of doing months of work to put on a great event for us all to watch. That also helps to go to a good cause, with some of the proceeds going to charity. But you can't claim to be better than other events just because the organization you're working for donates some of their money to charity. That's like being a McDonald's employee and bragging that you're better than the Wendy's employee because all of McDonald's cookie sales go to charitable causes. Okay, some of the money that McDonald's makes goes to a good cause, but you're still being paid the same amount as that Wendy's employee.
What? But what? Wait, you can't... But if you might still be getting money from it, but maybe it's less money so that money can go to charity. What is the charity for? Can you even say it? It's to a bunch of charities. They raise a fund that gets distributed to charities that are chosen by the fighters. You're timed out immediately. You don't understand what's going on, and you're trying to suggest that I don't know what's happening because I'm not saying it's a grift. It's a business venture, yes, but it's also for charity. They want to keep running this event. They want running this event to be their job in the future, essentially. They want to be doing this year round, and it makes money for charity. That was the goal. That was very clearly the goal. Anisa was going around saying, I don't think of myself as a content creator anymore. I think of myself as a boxing promoter or whatever. They wanted this to be their thing. Yeah. She's been mocked so much for that. Obviously, it was not scummy. It was not about, you know. You can say, oh yeah, I think our event's better than others because it raises money for charity. Yeah, okay. What's the problem with that? They can say that. Why is Bo like spurging out over that? Why has he got a whole video complaining, doing napkin math, to be like, well, actually, some of you are making money from this. That's a fucking retarded video.
So you're not really better than them. You're still working at McDonald's to get a paycheck, just like the Wendy's employee. And these fighters in Creator Clash are still fighting to get a paycheck, just like how some creators in Misfits Boxing or DAZN would be getting paid. It's just that Creator Clash donates some of their proceeds to charity.
Nobody's saying there's no responsibility. Nobody's saying it's not their fault the event failed. Nobody's saying that. They were running the event. It was their event. If it fails, it's their fault. That doesn't mean Bo Black's video isn't fucking retarded. He doesn't make a bunch of suggestions here that you can't back up and do a bunch of napkin math that he's got no basis for.
At least they're not utilizing charities to push for more sales when a huge portion of the revenue from those sales aren't even going to charity, but rather the pockets of the fighters who have sacrificed so much of their time to entertain us all on April 15th.
Another thing I have to mention, last year we uploaded the entire broadcast to my channel like a week after it aired live. This year we're not doing that, so I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I'll just wait till it comes out on iDubbbz's channel a week after the event. It's just like a bad decision if we want to drive as much traffic as possible to the broadcast itself and to have as much money as possible raised for charity. If you want more ways of supporting Creator Clash and the charities involved,
It's just such a retarded video. It is a retarded video. I don't even want to say it's negligent. He's just a fucking moron. It's just a shit video and he's a fucking moron. Like, he's got no basis for this whatsoever, so why talk on it? This is what... Okay, whatever. Let's go back to this. Also, I need to grab something to eat quickly, okay? 1 second.
Anyways, the lawyer used the YouTube video to...
Oh, yeah, the management of funds was negligent. Sure, yes. Management of funds was probably negligent. They did not budget correctly. They did not think about anti-piracy measures or whatever it was they were bitching about. They did not have good estimates of how many pay-per-views they were going to get. They failed at running the event. You can tell Kuihman's blood sugar is low when chats start disappearing. That's facts. I actually need to eat so bad.
To say that this was proof that we were pocketing money. So the point that I was making with that clip that got taken out of context again, or like he just didn't understand what I was saying, is that we were in a shakedown lawsuit, and part of the reason why they thought that they could bark up our tree was because commentary YouTubers have no idea what it is to work a normal job, let alone put on a whole event, okay? You have no clue. You don't even know what it's like to clock in and have someone breathe down your neck. So don't tell me how much it costs. $100,000 does not even cost 1/4 of the broadcasting fees. So, like, I don't know what crack these, like, commentary YouTubers are on, but I want some. No, I know. This is going on. I love how I didn't wear makeup today. I look disgusting as shit. But this will go on every and I don't care. I'm at the point. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Because even when we don't say something, they think we're saying something. Do you know what I mean? Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, they're gonna assume shit, so I'm so over it. Like, and I'm over them crying. They cry like they're the victims. Bro, you like made a video like with all these weird out-of-pocket assumptions. Like, just so out of pocket. I don't know. I know a lot of them have never worked a real job. I know that for a fact. And if you have, you worked there for a week and you cried and you quit. That's the other thing that a lot of these people assume, is that I never worked a real job. But I didn't get on the internet until I was 21. I had to pay for my own I was in college working like a fucking serving job, okay? I was doing both. I had 4 to 5 classes a semester, and then I would go work a serving job, okay? And before that, I worked at a pet store and a Dairy Queen. because I function in society. And then I got lucky, right? I got lucky and I started making money on the internet, so I quit. But I had been working since I was like 12, no, I'm not even kidding, 12 years old. Because in Canada at the time, I don't know if now, but at the time, if your parents sign you can sign something, you can work. I worked at a movie theater when I was a kid. But you fuckers that are looking at this right now, I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. I know you would cry. How do I know? Because I've done it to one of you fuckers in real life, and you have cried. You cried and apologized to me, and you even said that I made you feel like a bitch. And I'm glad that I did, to be honest. Some more people should do that to you. So, there's an ad break. Oh, I did it during an ad break. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So I don't feel bad anymore. And I'm just not scared. I work as a maintenance man at an assisted living facility and deal with a lot of crazy stuff. Lol, as someone in the industry, do you think making videos about all the crazy shit I have to fix could do well? I think so. I think as long as you're minding the privacy of the people that are, staying there, I think it could be very interesting. My fucking computer just shit itself. I don't like people bragging how being enslaved in shitty jobs and describing as being useful for society. I mean, yeah, we've all been tricked into like trying to cope in different ways. I try not to blame people that are like slaves to capitalism and have to like work fucking 80-hour work weeks. However they want to cope, they want to cope. But if they felt like a little bitch, it's because they are
Okay, I'm back. I'm going to run this back a minute because I've missed all the good stuff.
Whole event, okay? You have no clue. You don't even know what it's like to clock in and have someone breathe down your neck. So don't tell me how much it costs. $100,000 does not even cost 1/4 of the broadcasting fees. So, like, I don't know what crack these, like, commentary YouTubers are on, but I want some. No, I know. This is going on. I love how I didn't wear makeup today. I look disgusting as shit.
True.
But this will go on every and I don't...
So let's just be totally clear. That's true, right? Boblax has never had a job, right? I don't believe he ever has. Boblax Tom Lyrics, yeah. No shot. He implied they were stealing money. Boblax accusing them of it's not so clean cut. It's not as clean cut, but Boblax's video about them is sort of like D-Max and Magnetar. It's sort of like D-Max and Magnetar. Yeah, implied. Sort of like D-Max and Magnetar, where Magnetar had that GoFundMe for the Mama Max stuff. D-Max was like, oh, this is a scam because of these details that are kind of weird to me. And then it actually comes out, like Magnetar immediately refunded all the money, right? So D-Max looked retarded. Boblax makes that video where he's like, they're pocketing money. They might be pocketing money. And then 2 months later, the event happens. Total failure. They're broke and destitute. It's like, yeah, were they pocketing money then, Boblax? Is that what was happening, Boblax? Were they pocketing money?
Okay, I'm at the point, I don't care. I don't care anymore. Because even when we don't say something, they think we're saying something. Do you know what I mean? Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, they're gonna assume shit. So I'm so over it. Like, and I'm over them crying. They cry like they're the victims. Bro, you like made a video like with all these weird out-of-pocket assumptions. Like, just so out of pocket. I don't know. I know a lot of them have never worked a real job. I know that for a fact. And if you have, you worked there for a week and you cried and you quit.
Sorry, I'm just chewing. Boblax would cry after a negative customer interaction. Boblax, she's crying now, but Boblax would cry after a negative customer interaction. He is sort of autistic. To take himself out the back, into the back of house, start smacking his head and crying after someone talked shit to him while he was working. 100%.
That's the other thing that a lot of these people assume is that I never worked a real job. But I didn't get on the internet until I was 21. I had to pay for my own I was in college working like a fucking serving job, okay? I was doing both. I had 4 to 5 classes a semester, and then I would go work a serving job, okay? And before that, I worked at a pet store and a Dairy Queen because I function in society. And then I got lucky, right? I got lucky and I started making money on the internet, so I quit. But I had been working since I was like 12, no, I'm not even kidding, 12 years old. Because in Canada at the time, I don't know if now, but at the time, if your parents sign...
Listen, you can talk shit on Anisa for being a lolcow, and she is. But the fact is, she has absolutely probably had more life experience than Boblax. She goes out, does stuff, has relationships, has friends, has had a job. Absolutely. Compared to Boblax, this is a normal human. She has no friends, you're delusional. If you think she has no friends, you're just delusional. She's admitted that. That's not true. She said she was totally isolated back when it was at its worst, that she got into a point of total isolation. I'm pretty sure she said she has friends. And she might say she has no friends, but she'll just be exaggerating. No woman, when they say they've got no friends, is telling the truth. And they say are literally like total femcel, shut inside. It's always like, oh, I've got like no real friends, you know. So, Boblax is a pretty fucking low bar. I agree. But the beef right now is between Boblax and Anisa. And compared to Boblax, Anisa is a upstanding member of society, okay? Doesn't matter how many times a blown out pussy gets posted on the internet. It really doesn't. It's past that point.
You can sign something, you can work. I worked at a movie theater when I was a kid. But you fuckers that are looking at this right now, I know that you would fucking cry if I said something to you in real life. I know you would cry. How do I know? Because I've done it to one of you fuckers in real life, and you have cried. You cried and apologized to me, and you even said that I made you feel like a bitch. And I'm glad that I did, to be honest. More people.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. That's John Sanchez, I misread that. That's the worst thing. Boblax would. That's the worst part of all of this. When you really think about it. Boblax would. He would. Without a second thought. Game is game. That's what makes it all so much worse. All so much worse. Boblax only loves Rouge the Bat. Okay. Anyway. She's moving on to Rusty Cage here. So let's, so she mentions an interview with Rusty Cage. I can't want to find that.
So, there's an ad break. Oh, I did it during an ad break. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So I don't feel bad anymore. And I'm just not scared. I work as a maintenance man at an assisted living facility and deal with a lot of crazy stuff. Lol, as someone in the industry, do you think making videos about all the crazy shit...
That's Brandon Buckingham's video. Did he actually say that she made him feel like a bitch? This is the Creator Clash 2 interviews. This video, yeah.
We gotta get it straightened out.
Where's the Rusty Cage stuff? See, Hong Kong, you're just displaying just straight up retardation here. Well, why don't you agree with every single point against this person? Why do you have any push? Why do you think there's any point to disagree on? Sometimes people make retarded attacks against people you don't like. Sometimes people you don't like do good things. Sometimes people you like say stupid things. Sometimes people you like do bad things. It's great. I know this is a crazy concept. I know this is a crazy concept. But you should actually take each point and each event as an individual and figure out what the truth is, rather than just leaning on your preconceived notions. To call people you don't like terrible in every circumstance. This is Emp Lemon. Where's Rusty Cage? I don't see him anywhere. Oh, here he is.
Fresh signs, one of which made its way down to the floor of the Creator Clash Arena. YouTuber Rusty Cage took a photo of the signs and posted it to Twitter with the caption, "Uh-oh," and was subsequently confronted by Anisa. Let's hear that story from him.
I paid money, I'm on the floor seat, and I see like some shenanigans going down. I take a photo of it. It's just people holding up a sign. It said Froggy did nothing wrong. Like
seemingly innocuous.
Yeah, right. I go to this like after event, and Anisa comes up to me. She comes up and says, "That tweet was really not cool," and I just apologized. I felt kind of like a bitch. I was like, "Why the fuck did I apologize? What am I apologizing for? I don't even know this person. That's really not cool." Honestly, Anisa, it was very cool.
What do you think about Anisa confronting Rusty?
I mean, he did kind of get mogged. There. I mean, he knows he got mogged a little bit. I feel like a bitch. Why did I apologize to that person? But the way Anisa spins it, I don't like either. Because Anisa's making it sound like after that event, he had like some change of heart. Like, oh, I felt like a bitch. Like I realized I was a bitch. But no, what he's saying is, I apologized to her. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing that? I'm being a bitch right now. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Not that he's had like some sudden moment of realization. Rusty Cage isn't really a commentary YouTuber, but it would be sort of like Rusty Cage had the podcast with Monkey Jones and Emp Lemon. Like he's does kind of commentary, has done kind of commentary content. She's trying to act like she was a total badass bitch and he was trembling in his boots. Well, I mean, it sounds like he is basically copping to the fact that he was nervous, right? Someone confronted him. He wasn't expecting to get confronted. He kind of choked, was taken off guard, a bit nervous, and spat out an apology. I think that's fine. I think the presentation of the event is fine. I don't like the way she presents his sort of like reaction to it.
I have to fix could do well. I think so. I think as long as you're minding the privacy of the people that are, you know, staying there, I think it could be very interesting. My fucking computer just shit itself.
I hate Brandon. I don't even know why. Same. J. Keith, same. I think I saw his Metica interview, the Turkey Tom Tipster music video, and like one of Brandon Buckingham's videos. And for some reason, I fucking hate him. He's never done anything to piss me off, but I just... something about him.
I don't like people bragging how being enslaved in shitty jobs and describing as being useful for society. I mean, yeah, we've all been tricked into like trying to cope in different ways. I try not to blame people that are like slaves to capitalism and have to like work fucking 80-hour work weeks, you know, however they want to cope, but if they felt like a little bitch, it's because they are /were one. It's like that one was crazy to me. Ian put that clip at the end of the Froggy Fresh video, but that one, like, that pissed me off, dude. That one, Ian wasn't...
Yeah, Brandon Straight he does not pass the vibe check. He does not. He's got off vibes. I'm sensing negative vibes from Brandon Buckingham.
This is the truth, okay? Ian keeps me on a leash Okay? And I'm okay with that because I need to be on a leash. I need to be on a leash, a tight leash, to be honest, because I am unhinged. I will just say shit. So we were at the party after
fan
the
vibes.
boxing event.
He a fan.
Where like it's meant for everybody to like celebrate each other and what we did, and you know we did karaoke and whatever. There's alcohol there. And
so, I don't know what I heard this on Chad's stream earlier, so passed me by just then. But the dog comments. I need to be on a leash. I got that dog in me. Like Jesus, man.
Close friends are allowed at this party. It's in a hotel. Okay? And this fucker snuck in. He was not supposed to get in. The reason why he got in was because he happened to say by accident the name of our like higher ups and was like, oh, Justin said I could get in, right? And so they gave him a wristband, so he got in. And I saw on Twitter the day before that he was tweeting shit, right? He was like he was doing that thing where you don't like fully commit to being a fuck, but like enough of a fuck that like he basically wore like a Free Froggy Fresh shirt or like held the sign or something. I think it was he had a Krispy Kreme shirt on or some shit, and he was like, there was like a Free Froggy Fresh sign that like made it to the front of the like walkout of Ian's walkout, and he like tweeted the picture. No, it wasn't Brandon Buckingham. It was fucking I always call him Rusty Spoon, but I think his name's Rusty Cage. He was snuck into the party. Okay, so
this thing people do where they're like, I always forget this guy's name, but then they remember the name immediately. So annoying. It's so fake, so performative.
Ian wasn't around, much like right now, which is why I'm doing this right now. Ian wasn't around. He was somewhere else. And I saw that fucker. I saw him waiting in line for free alcohol. And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I fucking walked over there, and bro's like little, okay? He's already like a small guy, and I had platforms on, so I was real big that day. And I walked over, and I just put my hand on his shoulder, right? I leaned over, and I said, hey man, what you did yesterday, really fucking uncool, actually. And he was like, oh, like he was shocked. Right? And he even admits this. He admits that he apologized to me. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And I was like, no, you meant it. And it was shitty. And I fucking walked away. I just walked away. I was like, whatever, you can fucking stay at the party, but I want you to know that I think you're a fucking dick. And it clearly got to him, because he ended up in like some interview later saying that it made him feel like a bitch. Why would you admit that? I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. So that's why I need to be on a...
Yeah, her spin on this is just weird. I mean, we watched that interview. It's not quite like that. He said, I apologize, because I was like, why did I apologize? I felt like a bitch for apologizing. Not, Anisa made me feel like a bitch. And I changed my ways. I realized how bad I was for going after her. I realized I was actually not as tough as I thought I was. Yeah, that wasn't what it was. It was him saying, I reflexively apologized because I was caught off guard. And I was like, why am I apologizing? I'm a bitch. Because he didn't stand on it. This is quite a misrepresentation.
A leash. Because I need to be, right? That's the truth of it.
Yeah, also... You can't say, why would you admit that in the same stream as you were saying, oh, by the way, guys, in my therapy session this week.
That made me so mad, though. Like, you are, why are you drinking our alcohol? At least he had the shame to admit that he was being a bitch. Yeah, that's true. No, yeah, it was, because I don't like the playing both sides thing. I really don't. it's not cool. The like half commitment, you know, where like you're like retweeting stuff or like putting stuff out there, or like, you know, wearing a Krispy Kreme shirt at the thing. It's like, you are not cute. To the people who matter, the people like who actually care about, like, you know, they'll see it and they know who you are, even if you're not gonna. You might as well fully commit. Yeah, be a hater or don't. That's the thing. Just commit.
I mean, she's kind of right there. It doesn't sound like that's what... Okay, here's the thing, is that she's saying this in reference, I think, to Rusty Cage. Right? I don't think Rusty Cage was trying to keep the door open. I don't think that's what it was. However, I do agree with what she's saying about people hating on them. Like, if you are making hate videos, or like, you know, trying to troll them, but then when they like maybe press you or you get in contact, you're like trying to maybe solicit a connection and be like, oh, we can be chill, guys. Then that is lame. That's not standing on it. Yeah, you should commit to either fucking hating these people or... Like, if you're gonna hate them, stand on it, 100%. Has anyone done? Yeah, exactly. The thing is that she's not citing anyone that we know has done that, right? I don't know that anyone's done that. Because Rusty, it didn't seem like that's what Rusty was doing. He just got caught lacking. He got caught lacking. He took the L. He bitched out in the moment, and he realized he bitched out. I mean, that's, you know, other than actually handling it properly, I don't know how else you want Rusty to handle that. It's like, other than standing on it in the moment, I mean, there's no other way to handle that. But yeah.
Commit. You know, I have more respect. At least, like, some of these fuckers will, like, go around full out, you know, just saying it. Just commit. Yeah, it's all of them. They all kind of want to, like, keep the door open. Do you know what I mean? They want to keep that door open at all times. And it's not respectable, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't, again, she's seething about someone that we don't even know who she's seething about right now. But I agree with her statements about it in theory, right? I agree. If you're leaving the door open while hating on these people and trying to troll the fuck out of them, you're a bitch. You're not standing on it. 100%. 100%. I don't think this is about Bo Blacks. Is this about Bo Blacks? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think this is. She moved on to Rusty Cage. And then she's talking about other people, I think, now. We're like a bit away from Bo Blacks.
Good way to put it, Hoob. He's just desperately wanting to be liked. I think recently he, like, fake guillotined himself and now hasn't been on the internet. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back if he sees the clip.
Oh, I'm making shit up. Okay, just lie about it. Just lie about who it was. Yeah, it was Bo Blacks. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, if she's still talking about Ross, that's a mischaracterization, it seems like, because I don't think he was trying to leave the door open to be like, chill with them. Or maybe he was, but then he wasn't really hating on them, like, super hard anyway. He was just, like, the Free Froggy stuff, like, I mean, yeah, it's shitty to do, but it seemed like him and Emp Lemon were there to actually go to the event too. It wasn't just pure trolling.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking weird, though. So, the truth is, I'm the one who needs to be on a leash, okay?
Okay.
And I am usually on a leash.
Yeah?
But you know, if I want to go live again, this is what it is. Yeah, they want to keep the DMs open. Yeah.
I recuse myself of further communication.
No, you gotta be feral. It's so real. I'm like having my HRH moment. It's therapeutic. It is. It's very therapeutic because sometimes it makes me, like, it just makes me so mad. It's like, who the fuck, like, we're just trying to, like, have fun and exist. That's the truth of it. Like, we're just trying to have fun and exist. There's no political agenda. There's no, like, you know, playing the field or trying to make the most money. The reason why Ian does anything that he's been doing is because he's been leading with like what he thinks is right and what he wants to do. That's where it ends. And I think like for some people that is so out of the realm of like possibility, like they can't imagine it, they can't fathom it, so they have to like tack on all these like fake, like dubious things. Do you know what I mean? Ian was mentioned that a doc was made about CC1 that ever be released. So there's a lot of things that are kind of like cooking. One of the things that we've been thinking about doing is a third creator clash and
Why? Why? What? Why? Why are you thinking about that? Why is that cooking? I'd say give up. Let's find a different. Boxing promoter is not the job for you, Anisa. I think you should have. You should probably should have learned that by now. Okay.
Doing a documentary after all three.
Yeah, you didn't want to do you don't want to end on a failure. No. You gotta get the trilogy in there. You need the New Hope, then the Empire Strikes Back, and you need the Return of the Jedi. Okay.
So that's kind of why we're holding on to that. Originally, Dane was editing the... It's kind of cool because we can talk about Dane and like people know who Dane is now fully, like on both sides. Because Dane obviously is a popular YouTuber, but people in Ian's circle don't know him as much. But we gave Dane the footage for Creator Clash 1 and he just struggled. He wasn't inspired to make anything, so that's why it kind of halted.
This like, oh man, I can't even imagine trying to work with other YouTubers to get shit done. Holy fuck. It wasn't inspired. Did you pay this guy? Can you not just make it? Just tell him to just make it. Give him some money and say just make it already. But no, it's not going to be. It's YouTubers. They're all like, oh, I don't feel inspired. I can't make it my pet. Okay. Okay.
But I think like doing all three and having like a little end cap on it would be... It has to be therapeutic to tell the truth about your life. When people lie about you all the time or try to manipulate your image and who you are or who your husband is and does, you want to stand up for yourself in some way without validating the behavior.
That's an A-log. I just stepped up. I just heard some of that.
It's very hard.
That's an A-log. That's an A-log. It'll make you feel better to talk about the truth of your life. It will make you feel better if you just tell us the truth, to clear up all those lies. That's an A-log. That's someone trying to get her to talk.
Because anytime I do want to say something or clear something up or like kind of rebuttal, there's like a lot of people that are like, why are you giving it attention? Like, this is why it happens to you. But the truth is, like, that's not why it happens to me and the us.
It worked. It worked. The A-log just Jedi mind tricked her. It won't get any worse if you give it attention. Keep talking about your life. Give more detail. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Giving it attention, it doesn't matter because they don't actually care. They actually don't care. And I have been dealing with this since 2016. And there was a long time where I didn't talk about it at all. And it was still a problem. So, like, I think
Yes,
Like,
people are always, yes, you're always going to have haters online. Yeah, but it gets worse when you give it attention.
To talk about it is at least better than just like, I don't know, whatever the fuck we have been doing. Even if it was the reason why it happens to you guys, if these same fuckers were in the position you guys got in, they would want to speak truth too. I actually think most people, not most people, but those people specifically, if they were even remotely in any type of situation that me and Ian are in, they would have folded so fucking fast. They would have folded. They wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Bobby would have. Bobby would have. 100%.
In whatever way.
That's right about
put in
Bobby.
The internet.
Anything negative she's saying here, I'm attributing it to Bobby, and it's probably going to be true. Okay.
Fucking. They wouldn't have made it. This is. You need a lot to go right to withstand this type of shit. You need solid relationships. You need like an okay self-esteem. You need like a just like a fucking pervasive, like a can-do attitude, to be honest. It's just like a lot of things that like those types of people just don't possess, to be honest.
That's
true. I can already see the thumbnail. Anisa, iDubbbz.
That is true about Bobby.
Yeah, they won't even put my name in there though. Yeah, I've tried every method, and some people just don't care about your perspective at all. Yes. Yeah, they don't care. So I don't care. That's kind of where I'm at. They don't care. I don't care. Hey, we can both live on our own.
It's not a Queen of Spades tattoo. Okay, listen, it's a spade symbol. It is a spade, but it's got a skull in it. It's not a Queen of Spades tattoo. It's an unfortunate tattoo, but it's not signaling that she's getting blacked.
Own realities. Your reality, I'm a horrible witch that's ruined everything that you hold dear. And in my reality, you're a fucking asshole. So we both, you know, hey. For me personally, if I knew a large majority of the internet hated me, I'd be pretty miserable. It's hard. It's the thing that probably made it the hardest is that it's the biggest mirror that is in me and Ian's life, right? Like the most people share their opinions of
what does the hey.
us on the internet. In our personal life, people don't share their opinions about us other than like, oh, that video you made was cool, or oh, it's really nice seeing you guys, or you know, your puppy's cute. Like nice things, you know, are nice things from our family, supportive from our family and friends, but like the opinions and how many there are, it's very loud. So it becomes a very large mirror. And sometimes it becomes hard. You get lost because you're like, well, I must be a piece of shit. But in reality, it's like the mirror is so warped on here on purpose because they want you to be a bad person that like when you look into it, you look into it and you see a hideous person and you go, oh my God, I'm hideous. But that's not, it's skewed. It's not a real mirror. Bye, Elijah. I never hated you guys. I just didn't know anything beyond the stories from those stupid commentary guys. I can't stand... Yeah, that's the... I think probably the most frustrating thing about all of it is, like, there's so much misinformation and the stories get telephoned so heavily that, like, I think now the story is, like... yeah, it gets so fucked. And the first iteration of it is a lie, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse, and there's no way to fight it because a lot of these channels are like they get amplified. And how do you fight that? You know, like I'm talking to 72 people right now, and even
that's rough.
Yeah, it's like you're losing.
That's rough.
Losing a propaganda war. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Because it's like even okay, so I'm talking to 72 people. One of them will grab this clip and twist it to whatever, add their like narration to it, and then it will go out to like 400,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk so confidently. Somebody on my Instagram comments this morning said Ian's on drugs. They had, let me read this to you because it was so
based
crazy. The response, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
But listen, it's crazy. I get like as many viewers as iDubbbz does in streams. I remember watching him play World of Warcraft like 6 months ago, and he was getting like 200 viewers. These guys are falling off so bad, it's fucked.
It was on my like post that just from the memories on my iPhone, but it says now he is broke, unemployed, and on drugs. Broke, unemployed, and on drugs. How is it even possible to turn a man from being a millionaire and loved to having hate channels getting 10 times your podcast views? Next level personality disorder. And what did he get in return? A manipulative tomboy that sells her body for a small monthly subscription fee. Somebody said, you need help.
Okay, well, so yeah, the drugs part was wrong. Maybe. So the drugs part was maybe wrong.
And they said, which part is incorrect? This person said, he's far from broke or unemployed. Being unemployed doesn't mean that you're not generating ad revenue. I doubt he's on drugs. He was just in Australia. I doubt he'd be able to travel internationally on drugs. This person replied to this confidently. They said on the podcast that they were broke. What? I don't know where that came from. His monthly views, 1.2 million, equal less than 2K per month, which I don't know where that's coming from.
That's delusion. Okay, this person's retarded. That's retarded. They're not making enough money to be living an LA lifestyle where they're doing video productions and shit like that. And content, they're not. But, okay. That's not 2K is delusional. Monthly view. What was it? 1 million monthly views still? That's retarded. Say that's 2K views. $2K dollars rather. Where's the channel? iDubbbz. How do I? Well, yeah, she's pulling up hate comments, but that one is that's retarded. 1.2 million video views for the last 30 days. I mean, he's got to be making. I mean, that's got to be that's 5K plus at least per month.
Coming from 2K per month in AdSense. I know because I have AdSense, which everybody's AdSense like clicks per whatever is.
It's different. Yeah, absolutely. He may have AdSense, but yeah, that's. There's no way iDubbbz is only making 2K off of ad revenue with 1.29 million. You can live off that easy? Yeah, you can live off that easy, but you can't live LA lifestyle, California lifestyle with all your famous friends off that. Which is the problem, right?
It's different, but sure. And he also said that he's on drugs on his podcast. The rest is correct as well. Like, what do you do to that? What do you say to that? Like, somebody was like trying to have a fair discussion and they were like, nope, all true. They said this on their podcast. Said none of that on our podcast. That's what I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, there are people out
everyone else thinks you're taking crazy pills too.
There who legitimately, like, they don't see very much about us, and the stuff that they do see is like this shit, and then they're like, oh, that's so sad. Ian's on drugs. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, no, I know, it's true. You can't. It's just crazy, because they start talking to other people, and then it's like, yeah. Yeah, Ian is I think the doing drugs thing is getting it's it's coming from the Adderall. Like, he got diagnosed with ADHD, so he, like... I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
In that comment, they attacked you as a woman, your body, and speculated on your income and your sobriety. It's a form of delusion they're doing. It's unfair to both. It's weird because they really do cook up. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like you have no agency. Because, like, it doesn't matter what we do. Like, we're very happy, very comfortable. We're, like, making a podcast because we don't have to worry, you know, that much. Like, life is going to be fine no matter what, is very much where we're at right now. And we're not promoting the podcast very hard, and we're not, like, trying to make it like a... We're not trying to make it viral. We want it to be a slow build of a community that we really like. That's, like, the whole point of it.
What's this gay shit?
And to have people, like, tell us what is wrong with our lives or what's going on or why things are the way that they are is very, hard. It's very jarring. It's like the Marvel channels that I definitely don't watch that pull a 48-minute breakdown of a screenshot from their asses. That's crazy. But yeah, so Ian got diagnosed with ADHD, and is now taking Adderall, and it's helped him a fuck ton. It's not even that much. He's on like 5 milligrams slow release or something twice a day. So it equals like 10 total. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's what they mean by on drugs. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Yeah.
Has it helped him?
It's hard to like figure out what... I thought going to therapy would actually make me want to get off the internet. Like, I thought, like, I would go to therapy and I'd be like, oh, of course, like, I need to get off the internet. But for some reason, like, therapy has made me want to, like, come back to the internet.
Get a new therapist. Get a new therapist. You need a different therapist. You need a new therapist. You need a different therapist. You have the wrong therapist.
I love doing this. I love talking. I love riffing. I love entertaining. I loved who I was career-wise before I stepped foot into the iDubbbz community. I loved that. I was so happy in that aspect of my...
Everyone else was so happy too, bitch. We were all more happy back then. Trust me.
My life, in my career. And I gave it up because I thought at the time that that was the right thing to do. I thought that it would stop people from, like, obsessively... I don't know. I thought it was the right thing to do. And, it's weird. Going back to therapy has made me realize how much I don't want to, like, let that go. Which kind of sucks because, like, I'm figuring that out now when, you know, I used to have, like, a very healthy base. And now it's like, well, what's the point? Like, sometimes it feels like, what's the point? You know, like, can I even build it back up? Like, should I, you know, go do trades or go serve or... But
yes.
I feel like I would be
remiss. Yes.
It's the right word if I didn't try.
Yes.
It's good to delete TikTok.
Okay, she's spitting here.
I mean, it's going away anyways.
Who's got the Anisa TikTok?
Yeah, I think it's
Where's the rape TikTok? There it is. I've got the rape TikTok. Wait, no, don't get rid of the Josie video when you do that.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
What is this stupid fucking edit? This gay retard commenting on it. Dude. Go away, you read.
Dehumanizing people. They're just separating people from the content and then dehumanizing the content, and then it makes it easy to, like, hate consume it. That's basically what happens. I agree that Twitch is a better community than YouTube right now, for sure. I wonder if I made some YouTube videos and kind of like told people that I was streaming on Twitch, I wonder if how a YouTube video on my channel would even do. Thanks, Megan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
How is her YouTube channel?
Yeah, they definitely, I don't think they see me, or I know for sure they don't see me as a person. I think they do see me as a character. I think that
Wait, yeah, no shit. Oh my god, it's so frustrating. People don't see me as a person, they just see me as a character. Yes, no shit, you're in fucking entertainment. You are a character. That's all, that is all you are to them. Yes. Yes.
a lot of them see Ian as their, like, friend. Like, I think a lot of them think Ian is, like, sending them messages or something. Like, the way that people talk about Ian is... I don't know. It's very disturbing.
You're mad people don't like you.
Really, making YouTube videos but streaming the filming, that's so interesting. I feel like people here are more of a real community. I agree. I've always been a Twitch hoe. Like, I've loved Twitch. I've been on Twitch since 2014. That's the other thing. That's, man, yeah. The people who say, like, I, like, used Ian or I'm only relevant because of Ian or whatever, like, I'm the least relevant I've ever been in my life, and I have been the least relevant I've ever been in my career being attached to Ian. I was a lot more relevant and a lot more, like, popular pre-dating Ian on here. Yeah, it's crazy. I use OBS. Oh, hello. Hi, my wallet. It's okay. I'm just, like, venting. I'm giving commentary channels new clips.
Yeah.
That's it. I should have titled it that. Giving commentary YouTubers new clips.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Please remember that the same thing happened to H3H3 over time. The people that had at first hated his switch from edge content to more interviewed center content came back because they saw how grounded and personal he became. The same will happen to you and Ian. That, Matt, I really, 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 really appreciate that optimism. And we actually look to Ethan when we're having a hard time, to be honest. Like, sometimes, like, we'll just think about, like, Ian or Ethan did it, and Ethan's doing great.
Yeah, but basically, Ethan didn't really, like... Ethan cut off, because Ethan sort of flirted with kind of right-wing stuff sometimes, right? Because he was a Sam Hyde fan initially. And he had, like, Peterson on.
Job. They should be thankful you're bringing... That's true! Yeah, subscribing to the Patreon was crazy. We were very shocked by that one. Shocked, but not shocked. I only know Ian from Creator Clash, and I did not come up on their work. Essentially, I found the backlash to his development into his later adulthood to be a form of, I want my friend in my head to conform to my behavioral choices and beliefs. I think that's a sound analysis. My therapist said it best. It's really interesting having a therapist, like, look into all of this, but she said, like, the types of people who are angry are people who have probably been told their whole life that their life would be better if they got a girlfriend. And they're seeing Ian change because of a girl, or, like, they've decided it's because of a girl, and he's, like, you know, not doing what they want, and it's challenging their, like, ideas of what they've told themselves is okay, right? like it kind of puts in their face again, like you, like, especially when people say like, oh, he's better or he's matured or whatever, like it makes them angry because it's like, why are you telling me that this is like what I need, right? And she's like, I'm not saying they need to get a girlfriend, but I'm saying that that's definitely something that they've heard plenty of times in their life, and it makes them angry seeing that manifest in someone that they held on to so like dearly. Of like, I can be like this. I can be like this guy. This guy's funny. This guy's great. I'm like this guy. We're friends. And then that guy says, I'm not really into that anymore. And then it kind of like fucks everything up. Yeah, going outside. I think boxing and meeting communities and meeting people outside of the internet and having conversations, like, also just life. I don't think people understand, like, a lot has happened to me and Ian outside of online that has been very hard. A lot of loss in both of our lives, family-wise. A lot of just upheaval, constant change over the past 5 years.
Okay.
There was no way we would have come out the same. I just don't think it was possible. So... And he's figuring it out, you know. I'm really proud of him. He's figuring it out. He's uploading. He's figuring out who he wants to be and what he wants to put out on the internet. And I think that he's a very smart and talented person, and he just needs to keep figuring it out for himself. And that's, you know, where he's at. Hard agree with Matt. The wave comes around. Plus, with so many creators finding a revenue stream in hate watching y'all. Oh, that's interesting.
That's me, guys. That's a great reminder, guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, donate, buy a membership, gift membership, buy a super chat if you can. I kind of want to. Maybe we'll look at some of. I want to look at this iDubbbz video because this is crazy. Okay. What? This is so fucked up. World's worst game. This is horrible to watch.
It's fucking chili dog time. 3, 2, 1. Tim Robinson. Chili dog time. 3, 2, 1. They're both going. Oh! Alright, get a quick zoom in on my face. Hey everybody. Okay, now you can zoom out. We're playing a game.
Again, bro. Chad's on his phone. I'm just looking up an espresso martini thing.
It's so, yeah, it's forced, it's awkward, it's stunted.
Well, that's part of what makes it good, maybe. is he can be on his phone and there can be comments about
vodka,
it. Like,
coffee liqueur, and espresso. Do we have vodka?
Okay, so we're playing a game. It first went by Sprocket, and now we're calling it Big Cheese. Get a tight shot on it.
Does anyone speak Russian?
But you invented this game?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Do you speak Russian?
Really? Yeah, me and Radjor played it.
Do you speak Russian? Does that say vodka? That says... That's Mr. Ozo.
I think that's wait, Ian's made this whole little fucking game. Is he actually... Those are like custom-made things. Custom-made rat traps, are they not?
Get a tight shot on it.
Does anyone speak Russian?
But you invented this game? Yeah.
Really?
Mouse traps.
Yeah. Do you speak Russian?
Really? Yeah, me and Radjor played it.
Do you speak Russian? Does that say vodka? That says... That's Mr. Ozo.
I think that's Greek,
that's
by
that
the
little,
way.
That's that little yellow puppet. Mr. Ozo. You really made this?
Yes.
And you haven't patented it?
I have not.
And you're going to put it out there?
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
This is how it's going to go.
Can we make a segment in it where I make a coffee espresso martinis?
Yeah, at the end.
No, during.
He's like, what's with him? What's wrong with him? What's going on here? He's dead. Like, it's so crazy. Like, what is wrong with this guy? What's happened to him?
I think it was whatever happens is whatever. You can't control it.
Okay, if the alcohol arrives halfway through, you can make that. We'll have a whole segment. Maybe that'll be the whole video.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
What's this do?
How to basics behind the camera. player one in this case. Player one pulls a topic out of the hat, and I got a word. And I try to get player two, Max in this case, to guess the word. Max can communicate with me, but he can't say the word until he feels like he knows what it is. And when he knows what it is, he'll shout.
So what's crazy about this is Ian's clearly he's working on this game, right? It's like with mouse traps, like their old videos where they would all fucking go through these like physical trials and shit, you know, the fucking Twister video. But Max had no idea it was even a thing. This was like their thing that they used to make videos doing. And they're like they're so not friends now. They don't even know that Ian's been working on this. They don't even know that he's made this until now.
The hat, and I got a word. And I try to get player two, Max in this case, to guess the word. Max can communicate with me, but he can't say the word until he feels like he knows what it is. And when he knows what it is, he'll shout. I say
maybe it picks up. Let's see. Maybe it picks up.
Gets it right. I almost forgot. Wins this. These are Zappos. There's
How the Basics' favorite food. I cannot take you seriously with the camera wearing that hat.
Okay.
What hat?
Alright, I'm gonna start.
Wait, no, can I go first?
No.
Why did you get to go first? He made the game. He said Radjor made the game. No, it's called Big Cheese. Ian patented it.
Okay. Have you met any of my family members?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't fair. This is not fair. That's.
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay.
I saw your dad smoking some meats or something.
Oh.
Fraser. That's a dad name.
Off of that.
Friends.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go back and see an old video. Extreme Twister. Deadly Twister. Oh, we can't even pull them up. Okay, let's have a look at this one.
Well, that was fucking gay.
You got a better idea than Sis Hands?
Yeah. I don't know. There's
Edward Chicken Hands.
Are they still kind of autistic here?
Yeah? You think chicken hands is a good idea?
Yeah, because he can eat chicken wherever he goes.
Whenever he goes where?
But look, he's actually smiling. Look, now he's laughing.
Chicken store.
Where's this?
Why
Smug Glee. Where's this gone?
Because he wants more chicken.
How is this chicken prepared?
On a rotisserie, nigga.
Yeah? I was thinking raw would be pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to skip music.
That's fucking retarded, dude.
Yeah, but what about a cigarette hand?
You mo Wi-Fi di sao. You mo Wi-Fi di sao.
Oh hell yeah! Like a good cig.
This is so fucking horrible.
Nelson. Watermelon heads.
That's the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard. Sounds like the premise of a video that will never see the light of day.
Are they just physically abusing each other? They're physically abusing each other? That's epic. They're just assaulting him? let's just get to it.
I can't do anything!
It's just so dumb. Is this the one with... Is this the I'm gay one, or is this not that one? I don't remember. Right, it was so much more natural. They just actually got along. Where's the one where that? What's the one? I don't really. Oh, that's age restricted too. They're all age restricted, aren't they? Oh man. It's the one where anything for views is in the Donkey Kong costume and they're like throwing fireballs at each other.
Chad.
Yes.
Oh, this is a risk.
What do you mean by that? What?
I have a lot more faith that Max would get these.
Then why would you pick me?
I don't know, just because I want Max to experience some art. Are you familiar with meat spin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That, but
cock.
A color. You know what I'm talking about?
A colorful dick. Gay?
Think more.
Okay, right. This is just lame. Okay, I can't watch this. I can't watch that. I don't even know if I can watch much more of this, to be honest.
Potential staying power than proof of fate of irrelevance. That, I really like that, actually. He's literally me kind of behavior with most of his old school fans. Yeah. I'm 26 and I've never been cuddled a girl and I've never stopped liking you. I want to clarify that that is not having many romantic prospects does not mean that you are like one of those types of people. It's part of it. Sometimes it's not all of it, but the point just being that, like, if you can grow and change with any friendship, any relationships, whether it's romantic or platonic, if you can go out there and live life and experience things, you're doing well. It has nothing to do with whether or not you're having sex. I just want to, like, clarify that. As someone who was a fan of Ian back in the day and enjoying his content, I was even happier that he grew into maturing and realizing that his old content was pretty harmful. Just like how I realized that type of content and humor can really hurt someone. Yeah.
These jokes can really hurt someone. No, they can't. No, they can't. They're jokes. Oh my god. Like, upset you? We need, like... Please tell me what was harmful about the Tanamongo video. That's the worst one.
We're going on a road trip. We're going to see Tanamongo.
What's so harmful about this? What's so harmful about all this? Huh?
She tweeted some really nice things at me. Road trip! Just a quick little pit stop.
And she's here for this. She's here for this.
Go visit Tanamongo.
She's filming this right now.
Oh my fucking god. Today's the Tanamongo concert. Oh my god, today's the Tanamongo concert. I'm gonna be late.
Mojo Top 10, come watch Mojo!
Do you guys have hoodies at all?
No, it's at the table.
Can I get one of these in large?
I got banned on Destiny's Kick because it said he should find out where Joe Rogan shops and confront him in the street.
see Tana, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. And we're gonna be like that little cherry on top, sort of little whipped cream fluff frosting.
This girl's gonna take a picture because this camera's looking
Oh my god, Slay!
Say
Fucking you know you're stupid.
Tana, where are you going? You're wearing a picture.
Like, what's the problem? Come on, what's the problem?
I don't know what the deal is. Why is she running off?
Like, what's the problem with this? Come on, what was harmful?
Kicked out apparently. I just won. I'm VIP though. No. I'm VIP.
It was so funny back then.
You're breaking my heart.
It was so funny back then.
What we do.
Wait. Censored because this video keeps getting taken down. Gay.
Epitome of being a basic bitch.
I told myself before I started YouTube.
Where is it?
And small details. If you can't tell, I'm not in the little. It comes up. A few more search and at this point, and to be fair, I was planning on being able to work on it for a lot longer, but hopefully you guys were able to get.
I can't find it. Oh well. Oh well. See, all of it's okay or none of it's okay.
Point quite well that we are very fucking stupid to hold the word nigger at this colossally high standard, whereas every other slur that can be used in a comedic sense or an editorial sense, but not this one, because that one has history. Well, guess what, fucking retards? All the other ones have history too. Zipperhead? Yeah. Asian people didn't get their fucking heads ran over in World War II. They weren't thrown into internment camps. But yeah, but you can't say that one because it's got sort of it's guttural. Either all of them are okay or none of them are okay. It's either all okay or none of it's okay.
Based. See, what was wrong with that? What was wrong with that? What was the problem?
I feel like everybody kind of woke up a little bit at the same time, which is nice. Would you work a trade job because you need to or because you'd want something to do? Want something to do, for sure. I want to have purpose. I don't want to just be sitting around rotting, you know? And I think learning trades... Oh, this like fell and it's like Fiona's feet. I think learning a trade would be rewarding.
And he actually had passion for it then as well. There was some passion in his beliefs there. And then you look at him now. Where's the video where he's like crying about...
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of I'll fill you in. My girlfriend started an OnlyFans account, which is a website where you can upload amateur porn. Anything from double penetration all the way over to lewd cosplay and everything in between. And I think all of it is cool. Yeah, I know. I didn't think it would be a controversial opinion either. A good amount of people are just doing the reasonable thing and just making jokes and laughing about it. But there's a whole nother group of people who feel personally devastated and betrayed. You lied to us. First of all, I'm not your fucking dad. Like, if you don't want to look up to me anymore, that's fine. I don't want you to look up to me. First up, we got Edward. He probably got told by a lot of people that he looks like iDubbbz, and he really liked that because iDubbbz was cool.
Oh wait, no, he's kind of roasting.
But now that iDubbbz,
oh wait, no, he's kind of. This was actually a better video than I remember.
Now he's gonna go in full baby wow.
That was kind of. This was kind of funny
shut
actually.
The fuck up, you dumb fuck. You don't get to ha funny yourself out of this one. You're a simp. You act all edgy and cool on YouTube and then go and film your girlfriend shoving anal beads up her ass for OnlyFans afterwards. Fuck you. You lied to everyone. You ruined my life. Oh, looks like I did something a little too edgy. Edward, I don't know where you got the idea
he ruined
that
my life. Yeah, he's joking. Okay.
Cool. Do you think it was cool when I was playing with anal beads? It's cool when I play with anal beads. Do you think it was cool when I was running around in an oversized cop outfit? That was cool to you. It's because he's a hypocrite.
What do you mean the main arguments? What argument is there? About his girlfriend doing OnlyFans. If he wants to date someone who does OnlyFans, he can date someone who does OnlyFans. There's no argument to be made there. What? You're sweeping. Look, I just don't have a moral issue with iDubbbz dating a whore. And he says a longer history than OnlyFans. Okay. What? So I just don't understand. What's your argument? He should have made a video on Anisa. Is that your point? He should have done content cop Anisa Joma, and then he can get married to her, and then you'll allow him to get married to her. Okay. There's no argument. What do you mean nitpicking the weak argument? There's no argument. His point at the beginning was addressing the only thing that should matter. It's fine to laugh at it. It's okay to laugh at it. You can make jokes about him being a cuck. There's no argument. Your job is criticizing people online, but you're married to someone who could be criticized online. Okay. Okay. And? Wait, is he going to make a video on his wife? No. Obviously. There's no argument to be had. You can say Anisa's a shitty person. Be like, look, Anisa did this thing that this person did. So, okay. Ian may think that's bad. But what do you want him to do? You want him to make a video on Anisa? Obviously, he's not going to make a video on his fucking wife. What? Yeah, content cop. My whore wife. Alright. Yeah, literally, all that matters is if he's entertaining or not. And he stops being entertaining. People are obviously going to attribute that to her. There's probably, obviously, he's in a relationship with her. She's going to have had an impact on his life. So some of why he's not entertaining anymore is going to be part of her. How much that is arguable. But he's clearly changed regardless, and that's the problem. He's a loser cuck with a shitty human that affected him. But you don't know how much she affected him. Kenotard detected. You don't know how much it's affected him. You don't know that. Apparently it was her idea to make the Tanamongo video. She was filming it. You don't have any evidence for how much it could have affected him. How much he's changed because of her. How much he's changed because of different things in his life. How much he's changed because it wasn't financially viable to make that kind of content for him anymore. How much he's changed because of... There's plenty of factors that could go into it, and you don't know the distribution of those factors. All you can say is, wow, I really fucking hate Anisa because she's done some retarded shit that I don't like, and she's a complete lolcow. And that's fine to say, but you've got no evidence for anything past that. It's entirely possible in an alternate universe that he'd be worse without her. Unlikely, but possible. Yeah, exactly. But we don't have the information to know exactly why he changed. We don't have every detail of his life. Oh, yeah, so it is Kenotard detected. You have to watch their podcast, and then you'll understand their entire life perfectly, and you'll know exactly how their entire life has gone. Don't you know that she forced him to take Adderall? No. No. That's not how it works. Kenotard detected, 100%. Bug was right. Bug won.
for sure. There are so many fans of Ian that came up in that edgy content-centered era. Eventually, they will wonder what happened to Ian and slowly come back to him, and you as well.
It's funny to call her Yoko. It's funny to make jokes about her ruining his life. But if you're genuinely worked up and believe that happened, you're working yourself into a frenzy, thinking, wow, she ruined his life. Look, I can't believe what she's done to him. I can't believe what she's done. You're experiencing an episode. You're going through psychological problems. You're suffering delusions. You think you know these people better than you do.
You guys are doing the podcast, the clash, the streams will be a beacon for those fans that lost touch. Oh, that's so sweet. This is like so nice to hear. Oh, Mooey, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Sal Boys. Eventually, the commentary channels will see more and more success and get bored, just like they do with TH3. You have no idea how like nice that is to hear.
We do have evidence for absolutely embarrassing him online multiple times. Yes, we do have evidence of that, but that's after he became a pathetic cuck. That's after. So that doesn't really prove that she made him that way. Just that she does that now.
Thank you, B-Fran. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for talking to me today, guys, because it feels super helpful. Feels super nice. And like everything else is like so wonderful right now. Like our relationship is wonderful. Our dogs are wonderful. I'm like growing as a person, and like, you know, I'm doing well talking to my family and keeping in touch. I'm finding my like voice.
The reality is that iDubbbz probably was kind of like a depressed, you know, loser freak. He stopped hanging out with Max Mofo and Anything for Views and Joji. He stopped hanging out with all those guys so much, and that group kind of split up. He was hanging out more with his wife, more with, you know, Hassan, more with Ethan. They're all a bit more lefty. Over time, you know, he went to fucking therapy. Maybe sorted out some problems that were there, but then also deluded himself into thinking there were new problems. Like that, oh, well, the reason why I was so unhappy before is because I was like saying I thought all these horrible right-wing things, and right-wing people are just bad. And I said all this stuff about the N-word, and about free speech, and that's all bad. That can hurt people. And that's all as a result of his new friend group. But it's probably not. It's almost definitely 100% not going to be as simple as, oh, Yoko just ruined him. He's been in the relationship way before the change. It wasn't like she just fucking decided I need to split this guy. They both kind of changed, and they both were hanging out with different people in different places, doing different things. She might have dragged him through it. He might have started hanging out with different people because of her to some extent. But again, you don't know that. So just going, wow, she ruined him. I know she ruined him. I know it from this clip I've seen of their podcast. That was always my personal theory. He saw Ethan and Filthy Frank pivot away from the edgy content and wanted to do the same, but he cocked it up. I don't know. I don't even know if it's that calculated. Because they all kind of went off in different directions. And like, yeah, Joji does his gay, mainstream, normie, trash, slop music now. But he still references Pink Guy, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, didn't he have Pink Guy in some special thing he did? He still like has those sort of roots and isn't running from it. If you think a chick can rock up and brainwash someone like iDubbbz, you probably need to speak to a therapist yourself. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
I'm finding my like who I am. Like, there's a lot of things that are coming into focus that makes me feel really whole and happy. So the one thing that feels like it's missing is, you know, what it means as a creator, like who we are, you know, as creators.
Sure, I don't disagree with that, Spud Gun. I disagree with more the idea that he saw them do it and was like, I'm going to do the same. I think it was more that he was in these different groups, but yeah. But I don't know. Who knows? Say what you want. I still think that's the minor protect women still instilled in people whenever a man like me says something mean and honest. It's not about protect women. It's not attributing iDubbbz's own agency to someone else. You're protecting men, if anything. You're saying iDubbbz can't do anything for himself. There's this other parasite that exists completely outside of him that is completely subverting his control. He's had no control. It's totally subverted him. Yeah, treating him like a retarded child. Like he's just being led around. Like someone can just totally supplant his entire thinking. Yeah, he's a husk, but he's a husk because he's a beaten down, fucking sedated, failed loser cuck. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that she has brainwashed him. She has switched him up. She has turned him into this thing. Just by pure fucking Jedi mind trick.
Who he is, who I am. And that's, it would be so nice if we could figure that out. Hi, Caleb! Hi, Carl! Man, I'm seeing... It, like, makes me emotional seeing my, like, base people here. It just... I don't know, I feel so lucky that you guys... It's been, yeah, rough. I don't know. I really want to stream, like, a lot. I miss, like, having community and, like, inside things going on and people hanging out and I don't know, I miss it so much. It's been very nice seeing it all come back. Nature is healing! I'm so late! Hi, John. We're waiting for Ian. He's, coming from LA today. They had a successful filming. That's the other nice thing, right? Like, I think what people don't understand is, like, after Creator Clash, like, we needed a rest, like, emotionally. We just stopped talking to a lot of people because it was just so hard. And, Ian stopped collaborating with people, not because people didn't want to collaborate with him or things were going on. It was just, like, I don't know, it was hard. And the Max and Chad stuff, like, people, who, like, theorycraft about that, forget that
It's Jimberly, there's a significant element of that. Is this whole thing just about iDubbbz fans unwilling to accept that Ian consciously fucked his personality and career all by himself? There's an element of that, yes. No, he would never do this to me. Ian would never do this to me. That, yes.
Like, 2019 COVID hit. Ian was, like, regularly seeing Max, like, once a year at least. Like, we were going on, like, vacations and stuff. And then COVID hit. And we could not travel for, like, 2 or 3 years. And then, you know, after that, like, we were doing Creator Clash, and, like, that was, like, very difficult. So, like, that, not seeing Max and Chad and How To Basic and stuff was not a decision made in any other way other than he physically could not fly.
Dude, Honk, you are retarded. I am saying you can't draw firm conclusions about what caused his change. That's my position. You can't draw firm conclusions, but most people don't just change because one person completely supplants their personality. That doesn't happen. That's not how life works. It's not how people work. That's a very rare circumstance where you have a particularly manipulative person, a particularly weak person, and it's usually extreme. But you don't have the evidence to say that's the case here. You just don't.
To Australia. He could not go. COVID happened. It's like everybody forgot that COVID happened and travel.
Yeah, exactly. If Ian was like a fucking addict, right? If he was like actually like an addict, like totally fucked in the head, loser, homeless, fucking retard, she like picked him up off the street and was like fucking groomed him essentially, then yeah, sure, maybe then I would believe that Anisa had supplanted his entire personality. Maybe then we would have some evidence, but no, that doesn't say, that's not really the case.
Restrictions were a thing. He could not go to Australia. They could not come here. I'll tell him as soon as he gets in the door, I'll be like, do the stanky leg. It will improve, but with the direction of your work in the field of content creation, your humanity comes through, and it is informed by proper boundaries. Even if people, such as the type of YouTubers you've referred to, overstep them and misrepresent you, staying firm in your boundaries is key. That's true. I never really thought about that, but yeah, it's just like in real life. You have to stick to your boundaries. Whatever you choose to do as you continue your path, you have the right mindset. Wishing you both much continued success. Man, thank you, B. Fran. Very emotionally intelligent, like sound and comforting replies. It means a lot.
If you say nice things about me, it's emotionally intelligent.
To visit relatives and friends since COVID either. You don't realize it until you think about it. It was a long time.
Okay, Anisa.
Long time. When the OnlyFans stuff was happening, we had nowhere to go. Everything was shut down. Even the fucking hiking trails. That was the beginning of, like, when it rains, it pours, because we were so mad. We were so mad. And there was nothing we could do other than sit in our house and, like, watch Hunter x Hunter. And we were like, fuck it, we're gonna go on a walk. Like, there was, like, this abandoned golf course that you could, like, walk. Nobody thought to shut it down, and we went there with Blitz, and we walked for like 2 hours. We walked for 2 hours, and like that next morning we woke up and Blitz couldn't lower his head to drink water or eat food. I was so scared. I was so scared. So we took him to the vet, emergency vet. Couldn't go in with him because COVID. Turned out he had IVDD, that disc disorder where like one of his discs was too close to the other, and the walk flared.
What? Like, this is just retarded. You people are so retarded. She's such a lying snake, just making shit up. Another fake fucking story. You think it's a fake story that they found a shut down golf club and went for a walk through it, and then found out their dog had some problem and had to take him to the vet? What is your basis for thinking that's a fake story? There's nothing crazy about that story. That's not a particularly outside of the ordinary. That's like that's a pretty normal. Many people probably had stuff like that happen. It's completely unbelievable. Yeah. Because it's totally mundane. It's a very incredibly mundane story. Yeah, it's a trauma dump, sure. She's sympathy baiting. She's sitting there going, oh, my dog's been so ill. Sure, say that maybe. But it's a fake story? There's nothing in that story that would make me think it's fake. It just sounds like she's lying. You people are so retarded. Crazy how dumb you people are. It's actually fucking insane. Take yourself out back.
Up his spine, so he couldn't move, so he had to go on painkillers. I'm not gonna play Baldur's Gate today, but probably tomorrow. I'll probably be on tomorrow. I kind of just impromptu did this stream because I was bored, and I'm just like waiting for Ian to get home. I'm probably gonna get off and eat pretty soon here, but because I haven't had lunch.
You've only been streaming for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, it was like very when it.
Aren't you broke? Like, put some work in. What?
Of things getting hard. For sure. COVID really fucked up so much, man, but also I was living by the beach back then, and it was sick because the beaches were empty all the time. That would be so magical feeling. It was amazing. Nature was healing for a little bit. Yeah, wasn't it like there were dolphins in Italy in the canal or something? Yo, I gotta go and have been mostly lurking, but before I leave, I just wanted to say this has been my first time really watching, and it's been super enjoyable. Thank you. Thanks, Bwanji. Wishing you and Ian all the best, and can't wait for the next stream. Thank you. That means a lot. I would love to gather more regulars. Shut up, Hoob. That's why we need Caleb. The only person who puts Hoob in his place is Caleb. The cleanest the New York City subways have ever been was during COVID. Yeah, that makes sense. I was seeing someone in LA and flights were $30 one way. I basically lived there with her for a year and a half during lockdown. That's a crazy memory. That's so cool. The combination of COVID and this last big rain in California
this is so boring.
Invigorated the bugs and animals a ton this year. That's neat. I'm new, so I just thought this was really interesting and intense backstory for your Baldur's Gate 3 roleplay. Fuck, I actually wish that were true. Yeah. I always think about, do you ever do that? Where you like, one day you look around and you're like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Because that happens to me a lot, especially recently. It reminds me of that Talking Heads song, and the days go by. Yeah, I don't know. What the fuck? I remember, I have this like really distinct memory of like being in university.
Wow, awesome, just fucking anecdote there. Do you ever just look around and think, wow, hasn't like time passed and things changed? Thanks, Anisa. This is that mythical woman, second order thought that I've been hearing so much about.
I was in a drawing class, and
a woman in a monologue.
You guys seem real. Keep your chin up. Thank you.
The mythical.
Thank you, Morgan. I appreciate that. I was in drawing class, and the art teachers there, they either like you or they fucking don't. And this one he did. He gave me like a B+, I think, on something. It made me really emotional because I was having a really hard time in my art classes, and it's really hard to like know why I was having a hard time because it's so subjective. And he said to me, he was like, you know you don't have to be here, right? You don't have to be here. You don't need to be here. And I was like, what? What do you mean? He goes, there's plenty of people that go on to do great things that don't show out for their college degree, like they don't finish it. And I really thought about that for like a couple months, and I decided to quit college, and I left everything to like, I think I sold my goalie equipment used. I had like $500, $550, and I moved to British Columbia, very little money, and lived in a basement with like 2 other girls. And I thought to myself at the time, I was like, this is the beginning of like, and that's like my last memory, it feels like. And then I look around now, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? How did I become like one of the like least liked people on the internet? I feel like more people hate me than Onision. And maybe it's because I'm in it, like I'm seeing it, but that's what it feels like.
Wait, because Onision's kind of been beaten to death. I mean, you're still like the locale's been milked dry with Onision. What more can Onision do? You're still mid-fall. That's the thing. No, people. It's not that people hate. Don't. What she's describing is that people care more, right? People care more about her thing. There are more eyes on her. People are more passionate about the shit she's doing than they are about Onision, obviously, because no one gives a fuck about Onision anymore. You had the whole, what did Onision do? Did he leave a turtle under a bin? Like a plastic bin overturned on a turtle and it like baked to death out in the sun or some shit, right? And he did the OnlyFans stuff. And he groomed that Kai non-binary. Like, what else do you say? This has all been done. We've been through it. We did the whole... No, Onision did one of those too. It wasn't just Wings. No. Onision had one of those situations too. There was a situation where someone said he killed his pet because he left it under something in his garden. It wasn't just Wings. Wings' cat story, I don't even know if that's true. Because doesn't he say like loads of different things in regards to that story? Didn't he say that he threw the cat up and down in the air until it died? Didn't he say that on PKA back in the day? I don't even think the Wings cat story is true. That's just science. Yeah, I think it was also Wings was meant to be very young when it happened. Yeah, I just don't think that. I don't believe that story because he has told it in like several different ways with several seriously different stories. it's like a Shaggy Dog story. There's loads of that stuff. Like he used to say, that he looked at CP once and all this stuff, and like varying amounts are probably true to varying degrees, but I guarantee it's all like Shaggy Dog stories where like maybe there's some truth. Maybe he was on 4chan, he saw a bit of CP once and reported it, or some shit like that. Or maybe he had a cat that died when he was young and he turned that into I killed the cat. Maybe he fucked up with the cat at some point and he turned that into I killed the cat. Yeah, shock jock, I'm so desensitized and cool shit. Exactly. That's the loophole. You can look at it all you want as long as you report it after. Dude. Shane Dawson's cat? Shane Dawson, I don't know. He was saying he was a kid, right? And that he jerked off on his cat or some shit. Or the cat jumped up. Do I believe that? I might believe that. And what else did he have? He had like the Omegle stuff as well, where he told the kids to shake their ass. Cat had that look in its eye. Yeah?